from the basement of Geek Public Radio and the bowels of the internet. That's right, it's Friday night. That means it's the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio. All right, yeah, and we're back. We're here.
Back, hell.
We're here.
Finally.
We're back. I'm black. You're... Oh, wait. We can't do that anymore.
So, yeah.
As everybody gets situated.
I'm going to feel guilty
Right.
if Bill doesn't have a glass of this before I pour my second one, so he's getting one now.
You just want to hook up an IV to that?
Yes.
To my veins.
If I could get away with just
Where's
drinking
to
the
my
bottle,
veins?
you're damn right I would. There you go.
No, when if I could afford the $36 that it takes to fill that up,
It is half dead.
I would. That would be my 64 ounces, and I would drink it.
So
out
what
of
would
the
a pony
thing.
keg of that cost?
I don't know,
Oh,
but
I
we've
wouldn't
been
know.
talking about it.
I want a real keg.
A full keg. Like,
Yeah,
Small
hell,
steps.
hell of small. No.
No.
I tasted it. Don't need small steps.
No.
That is tasty.
If I move the mic in, it
It
gets in
does.
the way of drinking.
It does taste like a...
That is a tasty beverage.
I get the caramel.
Yeah, me too. And then
It
like
is.
the aftertaste of the apple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a little sour apple afterward.
Yeah, almost like in the fall you get caramel apples.
Yeah,
Like on the stick.
that's exactly what it tastes like.
That's, yeah.
What it's called? It is from. We're looking at. We went and everybody pitched in on a growler of caramel apple braggart from Wolf's Head Brewery,
Which is a mead.
which is a mead,
And we're bragging about it.
and it's out of
There's a reason
Muncie,
it's
Indiana.
braggart.
At the Hurrah.
And you can get it in growlers at the Hurrah.
It's not quite the same, but if you take the green apple crown and mix it with cream soda,
Yeah.
it's almost like a
Yeah.
caramel apple, candy apple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you to say something about that.
Have you tried
Yeah.
that hot since we were talking about it before? I mean, I know it's room temperature, but...
No,
No, it doesn't last long enough to get warm.
no. But we were talking like cold, during the summer, cold, delicious. We can totally see it being like wintertime, being cold outside and having it warm, still being delicious.
The
That'd
last-
be something to drink for Krampus.
The last one.
Oh
of
yeah,
The last one of these was in the
2
back
growlers.
of the refrigerator,
to go, please.
and so it was almost like it was ice cold. So by
Yeah.
the time it warmed up, it was about as cool as it is right now. So this is the warmest I've ever drank it.
I'm telling you, it's tasty. I still haven't got over to get any honey. I've just been chasing my tail on a lot of different things.
This is your other. This is your other request right here, buddy. Viking blood in this.
What we'll do is we'll get Stan, who's the guy who owns all that stuff, get him inebriated, and get him to talk about like what's in that? Like, how did you totally make that? How did you make heaven in a jar?
No, he's too slick for that. He's too smart. He
Being
won't fall
caramel,
for that ploy.
being caramel apple, it's probably more along the lines of a sizer. Because
It's delicious.
actually, Brian bought me a book, and like
I'm starting to think that might be the best money I ever spent. if we can make stuff that's like this.
Can we do this? We'll try it.
right, I'm
Can we do
willing.
this?
I'm willing to give anything a try, but
That's like your wife is always posting stuff to his wife's page.
right.
We can do this. We can do this. Would you stop it? We're not going to go anywhere in Gatlinburg. How's Gatlinburg? I don't know. I didn't get up to the floor.
One of those is for the 4th. It was like a red, white, and blue cocktail. It's like, oh well, okay.
Wasn't it? Didn't you make those one night one of my quote unquote pat parties out at the duplex?
Like the diapers.
It's something. I don't know. I remember it was red, white, and blue.
Those are the diapers.
I don't remember much after that, but I remember it was red, white, and blue.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Yeah, so far on that.
Make sure the people who paid for it get at least one more
Well,
more
yeah.
thing.
I don't know how many people's going to show up to that thing now.
Oh, your party.
That's enough right there.
Well, considering I had 2 family reunions and then another.
Did your
together
dad
because
invite
of my-
everybody to come out?
I was.
Oh, okay.
Pass it on down.
Hell, I invited everybody.
Send that on down.
So if you're in the listening
'Cause if
range
it
of the
stays
Geek
down
Public
here-
Radio,
It'll be good.
It's going to go on.
If I don't know, you don't get fed.
but one of the best damn fireworks displays you'll see around here is at the old Humphrey House.
right?
The old Humphrey House.
People stop along the
Been
road.
rebuilt since last year.
No, we're not allowed to get any more of those fireworks.
No, I'll tell you what.
If it's got wings or looks like a rocket, we're not allowed to buy it.
When I lived there, I
Quarter
swear to
stick
God,
of dynamite?
we blew the damn cabbage out of the.
I did that.
You did that.
I think I made your mom mad.
I think she was mad because we could have got hurt. Not mad that the cat had a cabbage come flying at us like a cannonball.
had a heavy cabbage flying at us and about a foot deep, about a foot round hole left there where the cabbage was.
Oops.
Because we got this big. Was it Kenny?
Kevin. Homemade
He
firecracker.
goes, let's make some homemade ones, and everybody's like got these little ones, and he goes, no, and he pulls out this
Pipe bomb?
like paper towel bomb.
Yeah.
Full of nothing but black powder.
You basically use
Pipe bomb.
tape, black powder, and a paper
fuse.
sack.
Yeah.
And a fuse.
And he lit it, and he was looking at it, and he goes, what do I do with it now? And Brian goes, here, give it to me.
Throw it.
Toss. Right into the garden.
Cabbage, dirt.
I figured
Everything.
out. I figured out how to make a one of those fountain things. I got bored one day and started taking apart shotgun shells and putting all the gunpowder in a
I don't think
film
I've ever
canister.
been that bored.
Like in a film canister.
I've never been that bored.
How's this work?
Well, I knew how it worked. I was just like, well, I'll just pack it all into a film canister and then pour lighter fluid in it and put a wick on it and see what happens. No, it doesn't go boom because it's wet. It goes and it like sparks and whatever all over the place. I was like, I made a Roman candle.
Inside the house.
No,
Top of carpet.
it was outside. I wasn't that
Well, that's
drunk.
not any worse than the Anderson Fire Department learning that you don't put water on a magnesium fire.
Yeah.
The hard way.
Yep.
No, they knew it. They just didn't have any other choice.
Well, here's a Chetty story. This is back years ago, and he'll tell
Here
you the
we
same
go.
thing. One of the motors on a locomotive caught on fire, and it was one of the volunteer Fountain Township fire. This was back Yeti was still on the volunteer in Summitville and everything, and he sees it, so he just stops by because Yeti's a train buff.
Yeah.
And they're getting ready to spray it, and he looks at the engineer and says, "Have you killed the powder to the motor yet?" And he's like, "Oh God, no! Hold on a second." So he runs up there and kills the power because it's an electrical motor. Instead of thanking him, they wrote a letter to the chief of the Summitville Fire Department. "We don't appreciate one of your guys stopping by one of our scenes."
wow.
Kept the guys from
Wow.
getting killed.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, that's...
No, next time I'll let you electrocute yourself. That's okay.
Yeah, then we'll definitely come out.
It's about going. I got my 2 glasses. I'm good.
The rest goes to Bill because he.
Oh, okay.
There's not much left, Bill.
Well,
Yeah, you better get in on that, buddy.
Who's been drinking from the tap? It's floaties. No, I'm just teasing. He looked anyway.
He's like, no. He looked at it like, oh, I'll just drink it.
Don't worry, it's just little chunks of caramel. At least keep saying that to yourself.
right.
Yeah.
Look at that. Perfect.
It's all right. I brought some other stuff.
And for $35, you can go get another one.
Yes.
I mean, it is a little salty, and because there's others that we can fill up with lesser drinks for $10, $15, but they're not that.
Now was
That's good, though.
That wasn't at the Taste of Anderson. What's it called?
It wasn't at the Anderson on Tap thing, but they are part of the Indiana on Tap the marketplace. Which, if you go to IndianaOnTap.com, go through the membership thing, you can go through, fill out everything, put in the promo code Chambers10, and you can get $10 off just for listening to us talk about local breweries and drinks and whatnot.
Now, how much is it without the $10 off?
And it's $59 a year, and we've already got that. We've already made that back. Like we've got like 5 growlers or 6 growlers and all this drinks and flights for free. And
You didn't make it back. You consumed it.
well, yes, it paid for itself.
Just, yeah, rent it.
It paid for
Pay
itself.
rent.
It's paid for itself by now.
And you still have like 5 or 6 months left in the
Yeah, and we only hit like Muncie. Like we haven't. That's just
We haven't
Muncie.
even hit Anderson yet.
Yeah, like totally. It's
We've only hit, 3 places?
yeah, and it's
And made the money back.
yeah.
How's the-
So
Has anybody been to that distillery over here yet?
Which
that's
one?
on our mark. That's on our list
They
They
because that's
said in it.
Oak something?
Not yet.
The Oakley Brothers
down there in
on
Anderson.
Broadway and
yeah.
Broadway and 8th.
I've seen plenty of
Hit the
people
Broadway.
there. I just wonder what the food and everything's like.
We're gonna hit that, and we're gonna hit 5 tap room.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
the 5 tap room. I thought that'd be interesting. The old firehouse
The
there.
orange and or the fifth.
Yeah, every time I drive, there's
Waiting on the
probably
McLean
not tonight because the
meadery,
rain
too.
come through, but
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and then there's McLean
there's usually
Meadery
somebody
who's
sitting
starting.
outside.
Yeah.
Waiting on them.
Like I said, it paid for itself, and we only went to one city. There's like 3 cities around us that still have stuff on the thing before we even venture out of Madison County.
Right.
Nice.
So it's definitely paid for itself. Like I said, IndianaOnTap.com. Go through the membership thing to become a member. At the end, the coupon code Chambers10, you get $10 off.
See, I've done absolutely nothing with brewing this week. I'm disappointed in myself.
Well, you were sick, though, weren't you?
Friday, I fell asleep about 3:30,
And then set for 17 hours.
and I slept till about 7:30 the next morning.
No, you was up for a little bit because when we drove by, you were sitting in your car. You wasn't going nowhere, but you was sitting in your car with the door open.
He's like, I don't remember that.
No, I don't remember.
You
any
probably
of that.
don't. But
Wow.
It was sleep. He's like, I gotta go somewhere. I gotta do this.
Well, no, it's just like I wasn't feeling well. My wife's like, "Hey, do we have a
Whatchamacallit?
strip, one of those plug-in strips?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I went back to sleep. She called me again. Well, you going to bring it here? And I'm like,
No.
Do I
okay.
have to?
So instead of like crawling around on the floor, because I'm like, if I get down there, I'm not getting back up on the floor. I just stop at the dollar store and buy like a $5 one and like some bug spray. I'm like, here you go. And I take the country roads home. I would,
you might have been getting back from that when we saw you.
probably was it like 4 o'clock.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there like, I don't even want to move yet.
Well, I
Well, it
texted
was-
him and I got something weird back, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean it was crazy because
Like chicken and
I-
a biscuit.
I pulled into like
Chicken and
the
biscuit,
dollar
that's not
store and parked the car, and I opened the door and the sun hit me and it just felt so good.
Chicken and a biscuit?
Next
He's
thing I know,
like-
this like lady and her daughter like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Huh?"
You've been here for 4 hours.
They're like, "You're like asleep." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm okay. I don't feel the greatest, and the sunshine and the warmth like felt good,
Like 90 degrees out, but the sunshine felt good.
right?" It was just crazy because like I'd go through, like I'd turn on the air, and then like the cold air and everything. After a while, I felt nauseous, so I had to turn off the air conditioning, roll down the windows, and like let the sun shine on me to warm me back up. So I'd start feeling better. Then I'd start feeling bad because I was too hot.
And
So it was just like this whole like back and forth. And
I know you walked outside this morning. It felt like you was wearing the air.
Yeah.
yeah,
It was horrible.
yeah, it's like
Anything compared to last week was horrible.
Well,
Last week
we was
horrible.
driving down there this morning, and he's got the air conditioner on. It's not on real low, and next thing you know, the windows inside start fogging up. So I turn the heat, turn that temperature up a little bit and put it on defrost. Well, it
Anybody
gets
take
rid
a
of that, and then it starts fogging up on the outside.
right.
So it's back and forth and back and forth.
selfie? Anybody take a picture of it?
No,
Just checking.
They hadn't picked him up yet.
he's in the other truck.
Oh man, so yeah, that was something else. That was
See-
chasing my tail on my Suburban. It's like
Is that code?
no, it's like it's like one little thing when you're working on something, and it's just like, and you sending you in circles because you're like, okay, I know it's this, I know it has to be this, and so like I pulled the brand new distributor I bought out and laid it right next to the new one or the old one. I couldn't reuse the old one because the mounting tabs to put the
Cap on?
the cap on broke off.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm stuck. I have to use a new distributor. And I'm looking at them. I line up because it's funny because in order to put the distributor in, you had to line up these timing marks on the bottom, and it's not really like an old school distributor. It's just it holds your camshaft sensor, and all that has to line up, and the windows and what's called like a shutter on
So it doesn't
on
have
top.
the gear on the bottom of it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
But you don't time the motor by like old school timing in a engine. You
turn the distributor.
This you don't. It bolts in place.
So you can't turn it 180 out and have flames coming out your
You
carburetor
can,
anymore?
yeah, you can do that. I mean,
He's like, so you can't do this? Oh, no, you can do that.
oh yeah.
Oh, you can still have it popping shit out where it shouldn't be.
Right. It's just that in order for it to run, there's only one spot for it to bolt in. And it's like, okay, I do everything right, line up everything, drop it down in, bolt it, try to start it, and I get a little bit of rumblings. It's like, man, I know it's the timing. I know it's the timing. So I pull it out, and the damn newest distributor was assembled wrong.
Nice.
So when you drop it down in there, like the pointer and the shutter windows for your cam sensor,
We're facing the wrong way?
not really facing the wrong way. They're just
Off
enough that nothing would line up.
That was a Friday and a first shift part. They're just like,
Probably.
get it done!
Or a Monday.
Or
Right.
Monday.
First thing Monday morning.
Or a
Fuck this
Saturday
place.
overtime part. Fuck, I ain't working no Saturdays. Hey, we need to
Actually,
work
this
Saturdays.
is some useless knowledge, but I think they've actually proven that Monday is, I think, the most productive work day now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
I know it's my
So,
Nothing's
fastest
worth
day
a
of the
shit,
week.
but they get a lot of it done.
Yeah.
so I call the place. And I tell them, like, I need this distributor. They're like, well, we'll have it here tomorrow morning. Great. So I show up to the place at like 9 a.m. And I'm trying to explain to the guy why the part's bad. and the guy's like, well, bring up on time. You got to get top dead center and this. And I'm like, well, just calm down. I was like,
What size of motor?
Right, calm your
Right.
jets.
What size of truck? That doesn't go in that
What
motor.
year? Is it two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive?
right.
Like, that changes the distributor.
Changes the windshield wiper.
So I'm like, okay, well, I assembled the thing with brand new camshaft and lifters. I was like, so it was assembled at top dead center. So there's no way I could have got it out of place. It's like, I want you to see this. And I show them and explain to them. They're like, well, why can't you just rotate it? I'm like, you can't.
Rotate
The
this
clamp won't
motherfucker.
rotate. It's designed to where you don't rotate it. It's not an old school Chevy small block or big block. It's once you clamp it down into place,
It's
it
there.
doesn't
It's
move.
done.
It's done by the computer. So I go on to like explain to them how the 4X ignition system works and the Vortec engines and why this part is bad because the way it's assembled and the way it has to be, the distributor has to be put into the engine. And the manager guy looks at me and was like, hey,
I know where this is going.
you need a job?
Yep, I knew it.
It's like, no, I'm good, thanks.
No, I don't want to have to dumb myself down.
Right, I'll pass. I got retirement coming, so
I don't know. Like I said, you pot of coffee, a chair, and all you have to do is just spew out advice and not actually do anything. That might be worth it.
No, because
Right.
we know people that have worked parts counters before, and they said, you go in there, and for the first couple weeks, it's great because you're dealing with car parts, you're talking to people that know what they're doing. But then you get the customers coming in, and I need one of these. What is it? I have no idea. What's it off of? I have no clue. Fix it.
right.
And then they're just, they're contemplating hanging themselves after you leave.
I need a 710 cap.
Yeah, 710 cap.
I need a...
That's a 710 cap, see?
Or what's
Right.
stupid is because the stupid questions you have to ask somebody. It's like, well, I need this part. What year is it? What make? What model? What kind of size of motor? What tire pressure? When's the last time you filled your tire pressure? What's the name of your baby?
Right.
Oh, that's for a Buick? Oh, they
yeah.
didn't make that year. Well, I just pulled it off the car!
I need a radiator for a Beetle.
Right. I need a distributor cap for a 84 Chevy Corvette.
What's it for? It's in a Vega. Well, Vega didn't make it 84. Oh my god, I'm going to kill you. Come here.
They didn't make a Corvette in 84, so
I said they didn't make the Vega in 84.
yeah. The
I
other
walked
one,
in there once. What year's the car? 72. And then they start typing out 72 Pontiac. And they start typing it in and said, but the motor's a 68.
Right.
So they had to back out, go back into 60.
All right, you've been here before, haven't you?
Well, what kind of car would that come in? Just type in 68 Firebird.
Right. I remember when like Hill and I went in to get just the keyed switch for the S10. He had the V8 in.
Yeah.
Well, what engine's in it? He's like 5.7. Well, that didn't come in an S10. And
Oh, shit.
Really? Damn. Wow.
It's in mine.
It looks factory.
That's how I bought it.
Well, it runs damn good.
Right.
What's it run? Oh, about 9.25.
Well, what color do you want? You want black or chrome? Jim's like, it doesn't matter. It's only going to go like a quarter mile at a time. Oh, okay. Well, the black one's the cheapest. Well, then sell me a black one.
Yeah.
It's funny how no, we won't go there because I'll get put on the list.
Well, that's like you go get the oil filter for Harley. It's like, do you want black or chrome? I don't really care
if
what
it's Harley.
color.
$100.
No shit.
HD, $100.
But you're right. It's like, you want chrome, don't you? Chrome looks better. No, it's
No,
more
it
to
doesn't.
polish.
Right.
Me,
Chrome holds in heat. Thanks.
have you seen the
Satin black.
the satin black, like the powder coated everything, like
Yeah.
The blue.
We
I
saw
like
that
the new
at
shade
the
of
US
blue they
National.
got.
Is that the denim
Satin
blue?
black one.
No, this is a darker.
Really?
They brought out for the 110th anniversary,
Yeah.
and that's one of the few satin colors I like.
Huh.
But no, it's
I'll look
not.
that up.
Yeah.
It's nice.
like the one that caught my attention was the military bikes they did. It was like the OD green with the star and everything.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like powder coat black, like
Speaking
all of it. And I was like, that's a tough bike. I will ride around that. And of course, Jim was like, no, chrome. And like, I'm more chrome.
What's
I'm
the
like,
whore
no.
in him?
I'm like, no, that is
That's
that
the whore in him.
that is awesome. That is a tough
It's like,
bike.
you're the kind
in
of
my
guy
eye.
that drive around in a bright green Lotus, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I would, because it's a Lotus. Look at my car.
Right.
He's got the chrome Audi Quattro.
I'd drive the shit out of that too.
It's chrome.
They get
Blinding
the-
everybody in the sunlight.
You get the like the shiny chrome vehicle wrap.
Have you seen those? They
Yeah.
hit the sunlight and everybody goes, Jesus God!
Right.
And I'm blind.
There's 45 wrecks on 465 with one car making it all the way through.
Yeah, I would do it just to tick people off. Every other Saturday, I'd drive to Cars and Coffee with it.
Where you going?
Shiny
I'm going
chrome.
to Indy. No, you liar. You're driving around 465, aren't you? Maybe.
Blinding everybody.
Oh, what's be worse is, the nice snowy day with this bright shining hitting the snow. Snow's going to
Right.
the car, coming off the car. People's eyes are burning.
I believe I'd hit them on purpose.
No.
Well, that's the thing, though. is
We
like,
got to ding it in order to be able to see driving down the road.
if you can find somebody brave enough to drive a Lotus around in the snow,
There are enough people. How do I want to put this? Stafford would just to do it. I've got a Lotus. You know why he's driving around? Because he can't get out of it.
right?
Yeah, I got it.
I just gotta drive around till I lose enough weight to wedge myself out.
This motherfucker,
I gotta find enough somewhere to. I
it'll
need
rust
to go.
away eventually.
I've been peeing on the floorboards for the last hour.
That'll make it rust.
Got the
Fast.
salt coming from underneath and the acid from the top. Oh yeah,
Right? Yeah.
2 hours tops, man. You might make 2 laps on 465.
I put a Dixie horn on it too, just to piss people off.
See,
You got to get the Dixie horn that goes dee 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 dee. Everybody's like, "Oh, come on! Sorry, the
I
battery
was-
ran out."
I always thought it'd be funny to get an old like Datsun 240 or 260Z,
Oh, you nice.
right? And do like, fix it up, like wheels, tires, blah, blah, blah. But paint that sumbitch bright orange with a rising sun flag on the hood top of it.
Oh,
And then put like General So.
That would be awesome.
that would be kind of funny.
Like, so General So.
We got the General Lee. We got the General So.
Because I don't know any like Japanese,
Well,
Generals,
most of
'cause-
us Americans just call it General Dead Guy.
because the
Pretty sure he's dead anyway.
the victors are the ones that write the history books, so you don't really remember. Oh damn! Yeah, that's beautiful. I'd ride that.
Is that the blue one?
Yeah, I said 110th is 115th. Me and Jim was
Oh,
talking about
yeah.
the 110th earlier, but that's About the only satin I've seen so far I like.
Yeah, I would ride that.
Yeah.
I'd ride the crap out of it.
But I saw something that might tweak your interest from back in the past.
Okay.
That right there, sir, is, I do believe, a 1100 Shadow with the silver flames on it. And that, sir, is an Anderson.
That has spokes.
No, not yours?
No.
Duh!
By the way,
I was this
now
close.
if you had all that stuff inside, like General Tojo,
There you go. We could do
It's-
Tojo.
yeah. So I mean, that's got the. I mean, Yoka Shimada.
Watch your mouth, buddy. What'd you call
You
me?
kiss your mom with that mouth.
Yokoshu.
Yomashida.
You're
Try
talking
to
about
re-
there's a
Yo,
fighter
try-
with that.
I'm trying to remember, and like after the amount of alcohol I've consumed,
Yoshimaka?
Mada,
Oh.
Yoshimada.
Yoshimada.
Somebody say
That's
alcohol.
too many words.
Oh, yeah,
or
what'd
too
you
many
bring?
letters. Tojo.
Nope, I'm pretty sure I can drink that the
Oh
rest of my
my
life.
god. Stafford is drooling.
We forgot that in the equation.
What?
What Bill just brought out.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There you go.
If I had to
Chunk.
buy something to drink for the rest of my life, if he could just make something that I would drink the rest of my life.
That turned out better.
We killed.
He doesn't know which one to drink.
Well, how about
hand
you?
it
You,
this
slip-
way, just-
you send one
I'll
my
finish that decision.
one my direction, and you'll be all right. But it's mine.
Intercepted.
Hey, you have a bottle of your own here.
No, I don't.
Oh, you drank it?
We broke that out last weekend.
Oh, damn.
I brought that to the show when
Oh, I wasn't here.
You were here in spirit.
He was.
in
Spirits.
In spirits.
Last week was the first time he'd ever tried Coors.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'd
Like
never.
Coors
Coors
Banquet.
Coors?
I'd always had Coors Light. Never actually had Coors.
I like Coors. I like Coors Light, too. I mean, if I'm just going to sit down and just drink a beer, I'll drink a Coors
Oh,
or
yeah,
Coors
you're in
Light.
trouble. You can't drink that. You won't make 5 a.m.
Probably not.
He's like, I'll try.
I had to try it, though.
No, make him wait. Ugh.
But
Almost got it.
The longer that
Almost
sets,
got it.
man, the longer it sets, the better it gets.
yeah. And that's the stuff we made
Part
for
of my
the
batch.
Roku Chanel. Or the Roku.
Part of the batch that I
Roku
served-
Chanel. The Roku Channel.
Chanel.
Chanel.
Rogo
Sure, you just put a
Chanel,
pinch on your finger and you put it behind each ear.
Right?
the new fragrance.
The new fragrance from Hillbilly Creations.
And then you get pulled over. Sir, have you been drinking? No. Well, you smell like it. I smell alcohol. That's because it's oh.
No, that's the Ode de Hillbilly.
Oh, Hillbilly. So has anybody watched that? Because I can't get my Roku to work on my slow.
I actually downloaded it
We-
on my
we've got
phone
the-
and show it to everybody.
I was going to say, we've got
No.
I'll have to check that out.
Stafford, hold that up to the light. Your cup.
Oh.
To the light, not to your face.
So everybody else can see it.
Like that?
Yeah, just like that. Look at that. Look how. I mean, you think that is nasty because it's all foggy and it's like that's not what you think it is.
It's
Did
lemonade.
you,
Yeah, it's
did
lemonade.
you put that in there? Or
Huh?
did you kill yours and put that in there? Because it's the
Yeah.
same color. Okay. No, I'm just saying,
He thought he
I
mixed
didn't
them.
see you did it. I didn't see you do it.
Because I'm
So
like
it
a
went.
fat ninja.
It was like, I'm going to
The
drink
fat
this.
alcohol ninja.
Boom. Like,
He's
now
an
I'm drinking
alchemist.
lemon.
He changes shit.
That's right.
Like, now I'm drinking lemonade.
It's
Are
very
you drinking?
good.
No, honey, it's lemonade.
Right?
I turned mead into this.
I need you to go pick up the store.
Like another Jesus.
All right, it's hard lemonade.
It's the party Jesus. Oh my God.
I told you, it sets. The longer it sets, the tastier it becomes.
I think we're depriving the children by not letting them have that.
Well, Country Time, when you bail us out of jail, they'll pay for the kids in there.
I know.
No, everything on the news this week's about
I guess
the
we
kids,
could
the
use
kids,
our
the
money
kids.
from
I'm saying
Carl's
we're depriving
Jr.
kids from not
to
letting them
post
taste
bail.
that.
What about the
I
kids?
said we could use our money
On the
from
news all
Carl's
week.
Jr. to post bail.
Right?
The poor kids getting separated from their families and blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
I quit watching the news like Monday night because I got tired of the shit already.
You know about everything that's Trump's fault.
It's only been policy for 22 years.
No. This is all Trump's fault. You know that. Come on. Stop
What?
being racist.
Other than that, I stopped that conversation with one picture where there's a protest where it says, Obama, stop taking me away from my mom.
Well, I mean,
Like,
I don't want to dive into this because everybody's so bad at talking about it, but
Yeah.
his wife made one comment.
And it blew up into like
My
60
phone will not shut up.
That's the one where I threw that comment out, and I don't think I've seen a comment on it since.
She doesn't. That woman doesn't listen to facts. I posted something. Stafford, I think. Did you get
Stafford
into that?
Oh, yes.
Stafford.
Yes,
Meg.
I was like, dance,
Meg.
monkeys, dance.
I was
Play
just
my
like-
game.
I just
Nobody wants to
I just
play.
kept reading it because I was like Michael Jackson with popcorn. Oh, who's going now? What's she saying now?
What gets me is just it all started with, hey, we're all concerned about those kids. That's great, but what about the starving homeless kids that are actual U.S. citizens?
And then that woman saying, "Well, why don't you help out by adopting a kid?" And I was like, "Oh, here it comes."
Like, she did?
She just pulled that cord, and I could see Heather just going.
Yeah. You want to see the pictures of the kids? We're trying to adopt?
Right?
Shit, my phone's on fire.
Something had to have been deleted, though, because there was some comments that had went back and forth that I missed.
I think what it was
Yeah.
is once you block somebody, every comment from that person drops.
I think so.
Because I can't find her anywhere
Because
now.
it looked like my wife had thrown stuff back at somebody and corrected spelling.
She
and
did!
stuff.
She did.
But,
She did!
But I didn't see I couldn't see what was going on.
So
I
basically,
was
what
like,
you're saying
"That's-
is that woman blocked all of everybody who responded.
No, I think she...
Which
Well,
is-
she might have, but I think she just basically blocked Heather.
Which is funny
Well,
because
then we should still be able
she's
to
got
see
No,
it.
like
it's
a-
Heather's thread, so it would have dropped her off the thread.
the girl
I think.
has a degree from Purdue
Well, there you go.
and
Well, careful.
is like a licensed chiropractor. And she has all this education and
For horse. Wait a minute. I thought
Resorts.
she was saying once you learn, you've been in a room with a... Wait, is it... With a OR... Wait, what did she say? Something about a vet?
I don't know. I didn't read any of it. I didn't want
should've.
to get in the middle of it.
It was funny.
So
I just know Angie pointed it out to me, and I was like, okay, and I didn't read anything. She's
I
like, wow, Heather really got him stirred up.
right.
Yeah, I mean, you could just see somebody's back there just taking a paddle
Here's a
going...
big, giant
dum-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum.
paddle.
But I told the governor yesterday, so you know.
But you know the funny thing about it is the people that you think would get on there, like the people I graduated with,
Right.
you know exactly who I'm talking about. That troll
Yes.
my page usually.
Yeah.
He didn't make one comment, and he's only made one comment about the whole scenario.
It's called pick your battles. Know what you can win and what you can lose.
He
Right.
doesn't care.
He'll just argue to argue.
Yes,
Well, that's fun, too.
It seems
No.
he reminds me of you in that sense. It just like argue to
Right,
argue.
but I'm right, so I will
you need to get
convince
up
them.
and shoot him. Just shoot him. Go ahead,
Nah.
shoot him.
What the?
All right, take me.
I
to
just.
So I'm surprised. I'm surprised that
they
you
could-
actually engaged when he was at Gen Con.
I want us. I
Alright,
want
she's still my
Canada
friend.
to adopt us.
You want Canada to adopt us?
Yeah, they legalized marijuana.
Yep, officially October
Give us a
21st.
couple of years, buddy.
Yeah, hey, yeah, it's coming.
Not gonna happen.
No, Trump's already came out and announced that anything that passes his desk
I just
about
mean,
legalizing,
I mean state.
he
I'm
will.
sorry. Yeah, I mean the state.
like
It
Trump-
won't happen. It'll have to come that way, not through
If
the
our
state.
governor
Yeah,
can
yeah.
stand on stage and drink bull semen, he'll
That's
pass
because he
marijuana.
spews bulls. No, he's absolutely against it. It's a gateway drug.
Okay.
Him and the attorney general both
Hang-
said it.
Hang on a second. I need to.
No, I'm on your
gateway
side.
drug? Yeah.
Remember this. I'm on your side.
It's a gateway drug.
That's what they
It's-
both
it's-
say.
It's a gateway drug that turns around and
Getting the
blocks
munchies.
the opiate receptors and stops you from craving opiates.
So it's like the
That's-
back door gateway drug.
It is the no, well they think it's a gateway drug because people who smoke pot do all the other stuff. Like no, because the people who can't get heroin end up smoking pot and feel better about not being able to do heroin.
Let's take everybody off methadone. Let's take everybody off gabapentin and heroin, all this stuff. Just let them smoke weed.
We can't smoke weed and
right.
interrupt with the meth dealers and the crack dealers.
Hey,
Right, and the government hates competition.
And then we'll be taking their children away too.
It'll get passed as soon as they come up with an alternative to opioids.
Right.
So they can sue that company too.
No, because they have to have another cash cow.
right.
That's what I
All I
don't
know
get.
is
It'll get passed as soon as they find a way
The
to
politicians don't care. It's just
tax it.
Their money's getting. They got to have a money supply, and that's,
Oh, I-
pharmaceuticals is a big
Yeah,
money supply
'cause-
for them.
Right.
all
Well-
I know is I have this oil at the house,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay,
Cook with
let's
it.
talk about
I
that
only
because
take-
I got my delivery today. That sounds bad, but I got a legal delivery of my
bet you
CBD
did.
oil. My CBD oil came in today.
okay.
I've been taking some of Jim's. He's been nice enough to loan me some of his for the last 2 weeks now.
Okay.
What strength?
So are you going to give it back
2,500
to him?
milligrams.
Oh, that's good stuff.
CB
Is that what
distillery.
you got, or
Yes.
250?
Okay.
2,500.
2,500.
Because the first one he gave me was 250, and then they upped to 2,500, and he didn't tell me. And then he told me when we went riding that, oh, that's 2,500. I don't feel any different.
Right.
No, you won't.
My blood pressure is still sky high. I'm not. Nothing has
How
happened.
long
No,
you
wait,
taking?
wait. Like,
I thought it went down that one
I
time.
thought it went down. I thought you were like
That's what we were told.
118 over 60.
Well, according to my CDO physical, I now have 3 months to get it fixed.
Because
I
you
was back
said
up to 160 in a day. 2 days.
But then
Have you been taking it regularly?
Every morning.
Then again, it doesn't work the same for everybody.
Right. So I was reading an article. They said that certain things can affect how your body absorbs it. You know, you may have to be on a different schedule. Like I take 3 drops a day for the last 2 weeks, and nothing's changed.
Take half a mil.
Have a what?
Half a milliliter.
So I'm thinking, yeah. So they said that depending on how much your body, the way your body absorbs it, affects everybody.
Right.
If you're getting 100% dosage, which they don't recommend for anybody, but they say that you only get 40% of it, and the fat cells in your body take 60% of it, you're only getting 40% of the benefit.
Right.
So, but there's no quote-unquote standard dosage chart.
No.
Not yet.
No.
So what I'm asking for the people that take it is how does it make you feel when you're on it? Because I know everybody feels differently. I mean, do you get headache? Does your head swimmy, dizzy?
My pain goes away.
Your pain goes away?
Yeah.
My
I have not had a fibro where I couldn't wear a shirt because it literally hurt so bad.
Because I know what it does for Jim. It helped him with a lot of his things, and then with Stafford, it helped him with a lot of things. And you're off your blood pressure meds right now.
Yep.
And it's still low.
So am
Yep.
I.
And you're off all but one pill.
I
But
don't
I'm still
I
on
don't
my
even take
pills,
that.
and the dosage I'm taking, and my blood pressure is still the same.
I'm still taking a pill.
So he turned around and
blue
took that. He had a 500.
I ain't got no problem with that.
Not if you take that pill.
No.
He took a 500 drop, and then when they got to 2500, he took a drop of that.
One drop of the 2500
And
after
he
I'd
was-
taken a drop of the 500.
And he was like,
earlier.
I want to run a marathon. I want to do something. He's just sitting there smiling the entire way home. Like I don't feel any pain is gone. This is awesome.
Let's go fight something.
So I can feel more pain.
No, I wasn't feeling anything.
I got my bottles, and I got the 120 milliliter bottles, which they're huge, and they're 6,000 milligram. But since they're 120 milligram bottles, the dosage is the same as if it would be a 3,000 milligram, 60
half because
milliliter.
it's big.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I take a half a milliliter, which is half dosage in the morning, and at night before I go to bed.
So that's what I was wondering. Should I do
Try it twice a day.
twice a day?
Yeah.
In the morning, and then when I get home from work.
I only take
Yeah.
it once a day, but yeah,
Well, I'm already when Jim started me off on the 250, I never made it over to the damn place to buy it, so I ordered it online. I ordered the 500,
from what company?
the CBD,
Okay.
CBD
the one you gave me,
distillers.
Okay.
and I got the full spectrum,
Yeah.
not
right.
the other one. So I figured that's why I ordered the 500. And then Jim told me, after I ordered it 2 days later, that you've been taking 2,500. Well, shit.
Yeah. The
But-
stuff I just ordered is 3,000.
I know
it
that
helps my wife with her migraines and her IBS and her anxiety when she's sleeping. Because she would wake up in the middle of the night just like, "Ugh," and none of that. She's just like calm, which is good for me because it helps my anxiety when I'm trying to sleep. But
her not having anxiety helps my
yeah.
anxiety.
So I mean, I'll be the first one to say that I'm not pain free, but
It's a lot better.
it's a
Yeah.
lot better. Like the nerve pain is virtually nil.
Like I said,
Like-
my fibro pain is gone down.
Yeah.
Now I still have pain, but it's
Yeah.
not the.
I still have
I can't.
pain because I have open wounds on my legs that are slow to heal, and those hurt. I
Okay,
mean,
so you said 3,000.
yeah,
Stafford,
500.
you're on 500. And you're on
500.
500. You on anything?
Oxygen.
Need more air.
Oxygen and alcohol.
Open the window,
I'm
you
good.
idiot. Brian
I think
said
it
that.
wasn't it. Was it 250 that Jim would give you, or was it the 2,500?
He gave
No,
me.
it was 250 is what I had.
Yeah, 250.
But it did.
Then they switched up to
It's hard to explain it. Like, I can. It opened up my head. Is about the best way to
Yeah.
say it.
taste like shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
It doesn't have a real good
Yeah.
taste, but it did seem to
No.
open up my head.
And if anybody asks how I know shit tastes like, I do work for a trash company.
But,
It does get in my mouth from time to time when I'm cleaning my truck.
And then if you're out there and listening and
Shut up.
what?
Not you.
I bet it gets in your mouth.
Turn it around.
That's what she said.
And you're on disability or whatever, and you're wanting to buy CBD oil. The company I got mine from, Lazarus Naturals, if you submit your disability paperwork to them, or you're a vet, and you submit your paperwork to them, they'll give you 40% off. So that big, huge bottle only cost me $120, which is cheaper than the little bottle of the 2,500.
That's like my damn blood pressure pill, $120 a month.
Yeah, I don't have to take that anymore.
Mine's like $5 for 90 days.
I don't want to take a break. Screw you and your break.
I guess we got to take a break. Carl's Jr. wants his money.
Right.
If somebody wants their money, then hate us.
Well, yeah, right. I'm poor.
But anyway, we'll be back after important messages and a song or two.
Or 5.
Or 5.
7, 8.
For the rest of the hour. All right,
We're going to take a nap.
Right.
You're listening to the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio with your hosts, Pat Brooks and Bill Maddox. You can find out more by checking out the Facebook page, facebook.com/GPR The Man Cave. And now, our hosts, Pat and Bill.
So I was just lamenting over the break.
You were fermenting, what?
My scrotum.
That my Sharona
Is shaved?
I
Is hairy?
read.
Is what?
I read
Would you give the band a drink? He's reaching. He's got
that-
DTs.
Quentin Tarantino wanted that for the Gimp
Yep,
rape scene.
the rape scene.
in Pulp Fiction because he said it had a good sodomy beat to it. So I don't know about
My
a good
scrotum.
I don't know about a good sodomy beat, but I kind of like my Sharona.
If it's got a beat, I can dance to it.
It's just
If
a
it's
beat
got
off.
hair, I can ride it. If it's got a beat, I can dance to it.
He's just a beat off. I mean,
Or
in public?
So I'm always one jack off.
Just one beat off.
no,
If
I'm
your Uncle Jock was on a horse and he fell, would you tell? Never mind.
That was my favorite euchre quote, euchre line though. And I'm always one jack off.
euchre.
I always remember the
State
what's a
game of
redeal?
Indiana.
All 9s and 10s. Redeal.
Right.
That's when your partner goes, really? I had all jacks on every suit.
I want to call Hearts. Oh, son of a bitch! I got all black.
That's no, you don't say that. You go, man, it's looking awful dark today.
Right.
Oh, okay. Alone.
Table talk, anybody?
Hey, Holly, did Jeremy ever buy you that diamond? No, he didn't have the heart for it. All right, I'll call Hearts.
Oh.
You okay? I don't know. My blood pressure's up. Really? How much? About 3 or 4. All right. What's that mean? Hearts, you idiot.
No.
We used to have euchre parties.
Oh, dude, we
We
had
can
some,
still have them. We have the room.
we had some serious euchre going down at college. We actually sat down and wrote out all the house rules because everybody plays a little bit different,
Oh yeah, everybody's
when
got
you
different-
go along, do you do partner's best? Do you not do partner's best? What's the scoring for going alone? What's the scoring for this and that? So we actually sat down, wrote it all out.
Well, the bad thing about it is it's all based on Hoyle, but everybody has their little itty bitty
Right.
tweaks. It's
Right. So it's and we would get seriously into it, to be knocked down, drag out fights over.
So I mean, God, if you call Hearts, I'm dragging you outside and beating your ass.
Right.
Hearts. Oh, that's it.
You son of a bitch.
Hearts alone. Oh, we're starting that way. All right. Time to die.
It's going to be a good game when they say alone. It's the first hand. Here you go, buddy.
First hand dealt, and there he goes. Really?
Yep,
What?
I'm going to go on. God dang it.
No, that's when
somebody didn't shuffle.
No, the whole ride to the party is your partner's like, man, trust me, I'll shuffle them, I'll put them all in your hand, it'll be great. And he shuffles them and puts them all in your opponent's hand.
Like, and the person right next to you, and they're like, I'm totally going alone. 4 points right here. Boom.
What? You missed. You're fired.
You suck, sir.
Yeah. You, sir, suck. And then everybody's like, I want him to deal all the time. No, I don't even want him to beat my partner.
Right. I haven't played euchre in a really long time. I used to be really good at it.
Every New Year's Eve, somehow it ends up, let's play euchre.
Oh, yeah.
So was it last year's New Year's Eve or the New Year's Eve before that where we played poker?
See, the one before...
Because it ended up being...
Yeah, that's right, because I had to leave. I was alone that one, and I had to leave early for the latest one.
Because we were... No, it was the one before.
Yeah,
me,
the one
Brian,
before was poker. Yeah.
You, and Jim all sat down and played 5-card Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, Texas Hold'em.
And
I don't know how to play that.
we're boom, 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 boom. It got down to me and Brian. Brian looked at me and went, "This is taking forever." I said, "Oh yeah," and he goes,
All in.
"We'll split it." He goes, "How about we split the pot and we just call it done?" I said, "All right." Here. So we took those two's money.
No. You took Jim's money times 2 because I didn't have any money on me.
Well, that makes it even sweeter.
Jim lost twice.
We took we split Jim's money and like.
That's okay. He takes my money every month.
Right.
More money.
Soon enough, it'll be paid off.
Yeah,
I know that. This year.
Eventually.
This year, sometime.
I'm I don't know. Right now,
No name people take my money every damn month.
Right.
Dude, I tell everybody, I don't get paid weekly. My bills get paid weekly.
yeah.
And you know what happens when you pay your bills weekly?
You don't have any money.
No, well, that and your credit score goes up amazingly.
Yeah.
Me, I don't know. I do know that Monday I'm going to call the public retirement because they're like, oh yeah, you'll get your retirement in 90 days. I'm like, okay, great.
Today is 91!
All right. I applied in March.
I got an old ID badge. We can get into the Capitol building.
Oh, I still have my ID. That's
You're
not
supposed
a
to turn that in.
No, the only one that I know that didn't turn that in.
I had 2 for some reason. I turned one in and kept the other one. It's either under a fake name.
Like 60 days in, they're like, oh, we don't have all your paperwork. So I called them. Like, oh yeah, we do have all your paperwork. Then just today in the mail.
You know, like you've not given me for this month, like you've not paid me for this long. That means
Uncle Sam's going to take a bigger bite out of my ass.
So I'm going to call them Monday and be like, look, I applied because they sent me a thing like, oh yeah, you've got to do this online now, and your projected day of getting your money is going to be October.
you know, like I've been
It's like, what the what?
How about not? That's not how this works.
How about you do what you told me you were going to do like months ago?
Yeah.
Wait,
in March.
you want the state to keep their word?
And just do it, or else you'll be speaking to my lawyer.
The state's like a whore.
So I'm going to call them Monday, first thing Monday morning, and be like, listen, you guys sent me a letter saying I need to go online and apply.
I've already
done that. For 90 days I've been going online, and it's been telling me my application is 20% done. So why do I need to go online and apply again? When I did that almost 4 months ago, you told me it was going to be 90 days for my money. Mm-hmm. Now I think you're just jerking me around because you guys owe me like $40,000 effing dollars.
No, you know what it is? It's, hey, Joe! He's on the phone again! I told you to call back!
Oh,
like I said, I was just calmly saying, look, it's getting to the point where you guys have failed to do anything that you guys have said you're going to do. The next conversation you're going to have is with my attorney.
Right.
And we'll get this settled out.
You just happen to have one on retainer.
Right. Right.
Like, because it's getting hard to do stuff. Like, even if it's not, it's like it's getting hard to do stuff. Like, I've been waiting on you to actually pay out what you're supposed to be paying me out.
No, you just call me. Just bitch, do you know how tasty a ramen noodle sandwich is? It's not! I need my money!
So, either you pay me, get it in gear, do what you're supposed to do, because this has been what I've done everything you've asked 6 times in a row, and I keep getting the runaround. You'll be speaking to my attorney next, and you'll be paying me more than what my pension is.
Yeah, it's just...
Because you're your attorney.
Because you are in arrears.
Right, it's like,
We're going to put you in jail, because that's what happens with child support.
It's like, I'm like, you're to the point where, I have bills to pay. I'm waiting on you. Mm-hmm. I've been telling my creditors, hey, the retirement people told me 90 days. I applied on this day. And they're being very nice. But it's getting to the point where my creditors want their money.
Right.
Mr. Maddox, we're here to repossess the house. What do you mean you took my house? I was asleep in it.
Right. It's like,
What was that, Robin Hood Men in Tights?
I have taxes. I need to pay property taxes.
Shit.
Right?
I got to pay property taxes too.
Yeah, it's like, I got to pay property taxes. I've got, license plates coming up due. I've got, other stuff that I need my money for. And now it's like, okay, now you're withholding it from me. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to call them Monday morning.
Hey, just remind them, somebody who, 2 individuals who didn't get paid for what they worked and turn around and sued the company and turn around and made 5 times the amount of what they were owed.
Right.
And you have a lawyer on retainer.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Indiana's no more. This is now the state of Bill.
Right.
Why? Because he owns it. The state? Yeah, yep.
Yes. Roads would get fixed.
Welcome to Bildiana.
Where the hell's that? Don't know, but don't go in there.
The roads are perfect.
I got pulled over for doing 5 miles an hour, and I had to fix a pothole. How much did that cost? About $500.
But grab a shovel. There's asphalt in the back of that truck.
Well, at least you have experience.
God, it's terrible. Man, it's terrible.
Your fine is 40 hours of community service fixing potholes.
What'd you do? I threw a cigarette out the window. I got 40 hours of community service.
Because that caused a forest fire. And I like trees.
Not today, however.
Yeah.
You open the window, it's like, oh, it's out. No, I got my truck back, though, finally.
Yay!
I saw that.
Yep.
Was it the slave cylinder on the...
We don't like to say slave. But yes, it was the slave cylinder. Both lines to it
It was
correct.
the indentured servant cylinder.
There, yeah. But it was the one...
But that's the thing, though. You're talking about a car. That's what it's called.
I know.
Yeah. But it wasn't the one in the transmission, thank God.
No doubt.
But I got back, and now I'm trying to kill myself because I'm so used to double clutching the thing to get it to move.
You're like, I don't need to do that
The truck's
anymore.
like, oh yeah, hey, what are you doing? What?
I could probably drive your truck now.
You probably could.
I had a hard time, when it was like acting up. I was like,
well, before when
it didn't grind. It just kind of
when the slave cylinder was going out. Sometimes you'd have to double clutch it, but you'd have to keep your foot on it to keep pressure in the line.
Right.
And then, so it would do the jumpy, jerky, because it's half in, half out. And then you'd have to fully push the clutch all the way in to get it to engage. And now it's like a brand new clutch. You touch it and it's engaged. You're like, oh,
nice.
I'm sitting here. I could probably be like, oh yeah, this is what I'm used to. This is
right.
Me,
I'm still waiting on to hear back from the other people's insurance company whether or not they're going to fix my Jeep.
I thought they said they were.
I thought they said they were too. Have they not contacted
you
anymore?
they disassembled it and found more damage.
Then
oh no, they're not going to think about totaling it, are they?
If they do, I want it back, and I want $10,000.
I want $10,000 in the Jeep. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Max, we don't do that. No.
No.
You don't understand. The settlement for my Jeep is going to be $10,000 and my Jeep. Because I know what my Jeep is worth. And it's like, in order to replace it, I'm going to have to pay title, taxes, transfer fees. So all of that on top of what the Jeep is worth.
Yeah, okay.
It's a good vintage.
2 weeks.
$2. Oh wait,
No,
wrong show.
it's 3
Oh, my
weeks because
$2.
I waited a week before I bought the end. So
So okay, so I didn't think that was allowed anymore. I thought the state was wanting to stop people buying their vehicles back after they were quote unquote totaled.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, like, I own my vehicle. Just because the insurance company declares that they're not going to repair it.
doesn't mean that they can take it.
Yeah, because the only thing you have to do is change the title to a
Rebuilt.
rebuilt title. Yeah, thank you.
So, it's like,
I got a '99 Jeep Cherokee. I'll sell you.
yeah. We need to get over there and get that thing done.
I got the
The socket finally?
yeah, I got that, and then I torqued down the head bits, and then I got the I got to put the rods back in, or the lifter rods, and then I got to find the torque
Push
specs,
rods?
the push rods, and I got to find the specs for the valves, the
Easy for you to say.
The lash?
sure.
The-
That's the valves. I got to find how much the torque the valves down to.
Usually you set your lash.
Okay, well,
Unless it's like non-adjustable, they just torque the bolts down for the...
because I can't find a torque spec for them, so, and then I got to put the timing chain back on.
45 foot-pounds.
I'm just gonna start dragging you. I'm gonna stop by your house in the morning, grab you, and take you in the truck, and off
I'm
we
just
go.
guessing because that's what it was on my big block.
But I got to do that. I got to put the timing chain back on, which is already on. I just got to put I got to find the gasket for it, which it's on the bottom of Jim's bench, and then put that back on and seal it all up, and then something about the
Harmonic balancer.
no. I got to line the camshaft, not something like that.
Oh, you line the crank and the camshaft up and put
Yeah.
the timing chain on.
So it's almost there.
You're getting closer and closer.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be glad when you get that done, bud.
By the way, it says here 19 to 21 foot-pounds, valves closed.
Okay.
There you go.
No preload adjustments on the tappets.
Bless you.
Awesome. Then you don't have to do you don't have to set valve lash on it.
So I just put the rods in and seal her up.
Right.
19 to 21 foot-pounds.
That's just making them hand tight, pretty much, isn't it?
You can just go to 21.
Pop, pop.
Did I bring one of my torque wrenches over?
No, we're using Jim's, which I broke the other day. The
So
the set screw for the torque fell
Yeah.
off.
Well, I
had
had like 3 of them because I have a small one that does inch pounds.
Yes.
Then I had a big one that goes up like 160 foot-pounds. Then I had like the medium-sized one that was like in between.
Well, we're using Jim's. It's goes from 10 all the way up to 100. 100 to 100.
100.
See, I thought I brought mine over.
That may be. I don't know. I don't know if it's his
Black
or yours.
Pittsburgh case?
No,
Okay.
this is just sitting in his toolbox.
I can't find mine.
But so we got to get that, and then I'm gonna have to go buy bolts for the transmission, the engine hookup.
Hook up.
Because I know we have the bolts, but I don't think the bolts that they were right. Because remember when we took them out, and they were like, that doesn't look right. Why is it 3 different sizes?
Oh, I don't know.
And then I'm not touching that last bolt because it tried to break my finger.
Yes.
Before we go to break, because we're like 20 minutes out.
Jesus. We talk too much.
I guess so.
So, I'm having an issue with the Tahoe.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, we bought a 2002 Tahoe.
It's a Chevy. That's your problem.
Oh no, like I've had more work with more problems with the Fords in my life than I have the Chevys.
I'm telling you,
Because
man.
we have a Taurus and then we have the Tahoe.
Is it a Pinkley Taurus?
It could be a Pinkley Taurus.
It feels like a Pinkley Taurus.
How do we know? We can never find it.
it's kind of velvety.
Chambers' Taurus is missing again.
Then
But,
it must be an Ed Pinkley Taurus.
Copyrighted.
But the we put the CB in it, and it honestly, if you look at it now, minus the graphics on the side, you would think it was a cop car.
Yeah.
And not because, after we got so far, we're like, it totally looks like one.
No, the cops went to black now. They're all black out, and they're blacked out SUVs.
Except for the States. They still have white.
They still have white?
Yep, they got like white Dodge trucks, white Ford trucks.
Well, I know they had the white Ford that looks like the state truck.
Yeah.
Cheating bastards.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
what I don't understand is...
But we put the thing in.
Yeah.
We put a CB in and some other stuff.
Yep.
And
I'm telling you,
it started to have issues where I'd have to, it dead key. That's nothing. I'd turn the key, nothing. I'd pop the hood, wiggle the battery cables, fires right up.
You got a bad connector.
I'm telling you, it's those wires in between the connector and the battery.
Yep,
okay.
You're not getting a good...
Because those little thin wires aren't good for the amperage that your starter draws when you hit that.
Right.
There's
key.
What do you call them? The clamps?
Yeah.
I had to buy one.
Clamps.
Well, what it is they sell different ones for people that have the accessories like you do, and they're on the side of the post.
Okay.
You put the thing over the post, tighten it down, and these things have they're like wing nuts on the sides, and that's where you put your shit.
For side posts, because GM has side posts instead of top posts, well, they sell a replacement bolt. You can take that factory bolt that has the itty-bitty little...
Yeah, the little...
5/16 head on it, and it'll have like a bigger, like 6-sided bolt head. Then it also has a nut on it, so you can tighten down the battery, then back that nut off, and then
put your accessories on there.
Yeah,
because that's what I had the problem with my Jeep. Remember?
Yeah.
Because I have the I've redneck engineered the blower fan, and the truck kept going click, click, shake, 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 run. It was like Bill's like, "Yep, you got a bad
connector."
So I had to go buy 2 new ones, and man, she fires right up.
And how much are those new bolts?
They're cheap.
Yeah, they're $5-6. I mean,
for the expensive ones, they even have cheaper ones that are like $3, $2.
Yeah, the one I bought was like a solid piece of brass, and it was $6. So
his grandpa has a battery disconnect that's cool as shit.
Oh yeah, it looks like the old school.
It's the old school electric switches. It's like that truck won't start until you do this. What do you mean? Oh,
click.
Yeah,
you dirty bitch!
I want to put that on the. I want to put that on the Dodge.
The Doge.
The Doge.
The Doge.
We got
72 Dodge extended your club cab.
We got that off of believe it or not, they're still in business. J.C. Whitney.
Oh yeah.
Yep. They're still in business.
Because nobody today, you can't do it to today's cars because, all the computer shit.
Yeah, but...
The computer's like, why am I rebooting every time you're getting in the car?
That 74 or 72 though? I have a battery leak anyway.
Yeah.
Just get out, click it over, shut the hood, walk in the house. And it just sits there until I need the truck bed to do something. And it's like, okay, well, click, fires right up. I need to put a new ignition into it, and I need to tap out the... I need to get rid of the lock gas cap, because my son lost the keys. So new ignition, new gas cap.
Have fun with that.
Big fucking screwdriver and a hammer, and we'll fix that right up.
Well, I just don't want to make sure that I don't knock anything into the gas can or gas.
You're gonna have to drain that gas tank anyway. It's been sitting forever. It's probably varnished.
Well,
now
it was almost empty when I parked it.
So now it's rusty. It's rusty varnish.
Yeah, I would suggest putting a inline fuel filter before your fuel pump. Because that's where I ran into problems.
Because it catches all that shit before your fuel pump goes...
Yeah, because your fuel pump has little diaphragm hole openings in it. And all those little rust particles get caught in there. Up in it. And...
Like I said, when the truck was originally purchased, the motor was rebuilt. All of the lines had a brand new ignition put into it. Had everything was redone. To where normally you get in and just
hit the
pump the gas a little bit and boom. You'd have to keep in it to let the motor warm up a little bit before you can. But that's just the motor. Yeah.
Start you, bitch. I got places to be.
You let it run for a little while, and you'd hear it like... Blah, 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 blah.
She's warm.
there you go. Let's go driving.
And
You
that's-
start that up. You're like, oh, we need to run to this thing and get stuff for. We need to run to the store and get this, and this. All right, well, let me start the car now. Well, we're not even close to being. No, let me start the truck now.
Yeah, because it needs a good half an hour to be happy.
And then, like, as we go, okay, let's go get it. Like, oh, the truck's good. Let's go get it.
Plus, you get into a nice warm cab.
Well, it doesn't have the gas.
Oh,
Or it doesn't have the heater, actual, like, vent thing, whatever. Like, it warms up, but the controls are out of it. Like, there is no controls in it.
Do you have a blower?
Yeah, but no way to turn it open.
Well, it's going to blow somewhere.
Not if it's turned off.
Bitch.
yeah.
Like, everything's in off position, and they just removed everything.
Hey, I've learned a long time ago that everything can be fixed on an old vehicle by a coat hanger.
Oh, son of a...
I didn't do it.
No, I'm just stretching.
But no, I was like, I had the hoopty. My old
Which
80,
one?
the Dodge, not the Nova. No, you need
Well, that
a
was a
tetanus
hoopty,
shot
too.
looking at it.
Or the Oldsmobile.
The old,
The old Scanarly.
yeah, the olds with the body outline on the hood.
Yeah.
Was that Missy?
The only thing-
was that Missy or
I
was
think
it me?
so.
I think it was Missy.
The only thing that made that Oldsmobile cooler is if it would have been yellow instead of burgundy.
It was actually red. It was just faded.
If it was yellow like Sam Raimi's Oldsmobile,
Oh.
that would have been epic.
I know I got looks
I
from the
would
cops
want to
driving
make
on the road.
movies. Just
Right.
to throw that in there.
Right.
Like, check that out.
I mean, it was a hoopty, but that hoopty would scream. And then it had the body outline on the hood, duct tape body outline,
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
the coat hanger hood release. Because I was
Whatever.
just too damn lazy to fix the hood release.
Whatever makes it work.
I sold that
Right?
to somebody, and then they sold that to somebody, and I swear to God that somebody
It's still on the
spray
road?
painted it black.
Is it still on the road?
I think so.
Well,
Probably 300,000 miles by now.
what's funny is like I had
New motor.
that silver 4-door Buick. I drove back and forth to work.
So, yes, okay.
All right, kind of like Lib's Buick, that Park Avenue or La Sabre she had.
Le Sabre.
Right?
Sounds like hummus.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So
Blech.
it like the hood release on it broke. So like I went and bought some old school hood pins. Just took all the hood release off and put like some old school hood pins on it. Spray painted flames on the front of it. Yeah. I mean, like the only thing I really did to it was like change the oil and like tune ups and stuff. But I put struts on it because it desperately needed them. Because I got tired of like getting motion sickness on the way to work.
Desperately seeking struts.
That almost sounds like a porno. Desperately seeking sluts.
Yeah, it will.
Where's Stafford?
Hey, slut!
I think he's pooping.
That's been an hour poop.
So
You got one lodged.
and I even cheaped out doing that because like I found that I could put air struts on the back of it
Oh, the
for like a third the price for. So I put those on it. That way, when I was like carrying stuff in the trunk, I just air it up and
yeah.
it's sit level. It worked out pretty awesome.
Found out I took Lib's car because I've been driving Lib's car to work because my Jeep's been down. And had a slow leak in the passenger side front tire.
In the canoe valve.
Yeah. So I took it to Benson's Automotive.
Yeah.
And we found out it was a nail pushed all the way up. We had to take it off the tire to find it.
Oh.
But when he took the rim off, the what is it, the comfort ride bar, the traction bars that make it where the car rides smoother,
Yeah.
are broke
Oh,
on
nice.
Lib's car. They're completely detached on both sides.
Oh, you're talking about like the anti-sway bar.
The sway bar, yeah.
Detachable.
He goes,
penis.
he's like, have you noticed the car rides a little rougher? I said, not unless you're going over a railroad track at like 30 miles an hour. And he goes, yeah, here's why. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. He's like,
Yeah.
they're not there anymore. I was like, oh, well, shit.
That's not that hard to fix.
Nah. But, didn't notice it. But he
Right?
told me, he's like, well, there it is. There's your problem.
Yeah.
It's like right now I got a hesitation problem that I can't figure out. You'll be driving down the road and it'll be go bang, 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 bang. I was like, you son of a bitch!
Like, even with like the cruise on, it'll.
I think it's the overdrive problem, but you get into it, it'll cut in and out. But right now, I'm more worried about the damn driver's side motor, the window motor switch.
The motor.
Fix that.
Yeah, I have it in the trunk.
It's
been in the trunk for a year.
That hesitation or whatever, I would suggest having the throttle position sensor checked. I can show you how to do it.
I'll check it. Check it right into a damn ditch. Somebody stole it!
TPS is one of those things that...
It's all a Canuter valve.
Well, the funny thing about it is when you found that the vacuum line missing, basically, it ran smooth for a while and then started acting up again. But it acts up worse when I change the oil. It's like it discovers all the faulty stuff that's wrong with it every time I change the oil.
Oh, man, you cleaned this out. Oh, shit, we got some shit broken here.
You run dirty. You like to be running dirty. Like, my truck loves to run dirty. You change the oil in it, it runs shitty for about 1,000 miles.
Like,
and then it smooths right out, and you're like, yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah. Now we're
riding dirty.
So that's why
we're comfortable.
I mean, I'll change my oil like I'm supposed to in it. But if I have to replace some oil, I just use some of the oil that we have at work, which is recycled oil.
Yeah.
So and the truck loves it.
I'm serious. It's not that hard to check that. It's
find the Canuter valve.
It's just basically
there it is.
No, you can use an ohm meter and I just gotta watch because it's like the throttle position sensor should smoothly go from like your resting ohm reading to like whatever it is, and different ones will read differently. So if you start moving, your throttle and that number, like you get to a spot and the number jumps like down then back up, then you've got a faulty spot in that sensor. So what it's thinking. Because the computer's thinking is that you were accelerating, let off the gas, then punch the gas again.
To get back to where it was.
Yeah.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I am working on my Suburban. Then about 2 o'clock, there's a guy come out to, like, measure our windows. And
because it's supposed to be nice tomorrow, right?
I don't know. I'm going to call him a suburban cowboy.
Yes. You are the suburban cowboy. Because I know we can change that switch. And it takes like 2 seconds, right?
I would have to look.
What are you doing Sunday?
The wife already has plans for me.
That's
I take
normal.
precedent over your wife.
So
I'm pulling tenure.
Yeah, but she pulls something else.
Right.
I can do that too. Bill,
So,
we've been friends a long time. Let's rub our wieners together.
Tomorrow is just work on my Suburban. Now, if I get my Suburban, like, starting and driving, then we'll see. But
Totally understand.
Yeah,
Totally.
I'm down to
Totally, dude.
I have the brand new part in the box, and all I got to do is put it in there and see if it starts.
I love it when you get shit in boxes because you know things are going to get fixed. I'm not shitting in boxes, but then you get it was like ooh new toy,
new part,
and you put it back in the I told Libby, I said we're gonna get out of the bottom, but I said we're gonna put all this new shit in there.
No. We're almost done. We'll leave that for next week.
We're gonna put it.
We still have a whole hour to go.
We're gonna put the new part theory is not gonna take effect on the Jeep because everything's new.
Right.
Well, then the wallet got thin, so the timing chain stays the same and the clutch stayed the same, which we talked about the clutch. The clutch is fine.
Yeah, the clutch was brand new My brother drove it from like Florida, Indiana to Washington D.C., then from Washington D.C. to here.
So not a lot of shifting.
No. And
But the only thing we're worried
you don't
about
shift a lot on the interstate. If you're shifting a bunch on the interstate, there's something wrong.
somebody crashed.
Traffic sucks.
Right.
But so the only thing that we're really betting on that could go wrong now is the timing chain, and it looks good.
I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm soaking the shit out of it right now. So
The only reason why I replaced mine in my truck is because that when they put the wrong camshaft in it, they had to put the wrong timing chain in it.
right.
So I had to buy the correct timing chain to put in there.
In this case, 2 wrongs did make a right.
So it's
No,
like
nothing. All right.
it's like, oh my gosh,
No comedy gold there.
man! I just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how these people even got this truck running.
I'll tell you the truth. If this Jeep runs,
Magic.
it'll be amazing.
Right.
And it won't be because I've done it. It'll be because Jim told me what to do. Because he had to. I was over there last week, and I worked there for about 3.5 hours doing like 2 things. Because one of them I couldn't find the damn torque specs for the valves,
Yeah.
so I had to look them up. And then he had somewhere to go, so he left me in there by myself to my own demise. So I did what he told me to do. But it's like, God, I told Libby when I got home, I said, I am so sick of that Jeep. And I didn't even work on it for like 5 weeks in a row. Because
Like, it's
we didn't have the part. We couldn't find the damn tool. And then when
Yeah.
Libby ordered
Yeah,
the
but
tool,
now
they sent
you're-
everything but that tool.
So now you're like literally on the cusp of having everything put together.
No.
And you're
I'm
tired
literally
of it?
on the cusp of being almost done to where Jim and Bill take over, and it's all the wiring. Mm-hmm. Because my hands are free of that shit.
And
that's
why
easy.
don't you just get it done?
I'm just so damn tired of the thing.
in like 5 seconds, and I
Is it
googled your
in?
torque.
What?
The engine.
Is it in?
Yeah.
No.
Oh damn.
It's still on the stand.
Saying if it was in, I could have the wiring done in probably about 45 minutes.
But it's like I said, I got to put the rods in, and then I got to tighten the valves down, and then put the timing chain on.
25 foot or 21 foot-pounds, sir.
I know. I'm just saying. So I've got the 3 things to do, but since I really don't know what the freak I'm doing, I want somebody over my shoulder going, no. Yep, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Has the distributor in yet?
No,
Oil
that would be a no.
pump. I didn't put it in, but that doesn't mean it's not on.
Okay.
I don't think it's in
We'll figure it out.
because I didn't put it on, and nobody usually touches that motor without me there. Which I don't care if somebody walks in and goes, I'm bored today, I'm going to work on Pat's motor. That's fine with me because I'm tired of looking at the damn thing. But I know it's got to get done, so. But I have not personally put the distributor in. We put
Okay.
the oil pump in,
Yeah.
and then the valves, and. Yeah, I've done so much of that motor, I'm tired of seeing it.
Oh, I bet.
I've never
I
sanded
haven't.
so much in my life. I know that.
Yeah.
I need you to come over to help sand.
No,
It's a table.
No.
It's not anything to do with the motor.
no.
I am.
Long strokes.
But I mean, I understand because looking
That's
at the
the-
motor when it came out, and looking at it now, it's like ooh, shiny. Because I've sanded so much to make sure everything's smooth. So when we put the seals down and
Yeah.
that they work, and it's like damn. And then when you got the sticky oil grease shit.
Residue.
Well, that and then the new greasy sticky oil shit that's coated in the parts that we're putting in the motor.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus God. And then you
Yep.
wipe it all down. It's like it's gonna be smooth. And then when you fire it up, it's gonna stink to all heaven because everything's cooking
Oh yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to do that? Yeah. Is it supposed to shoot 6-inch flames at the bottom? No.
Sure.
Well, it is.
It's
So
a
yeah,
Jeep.
I've got to do those 3 things that I know of off the top of my head, and then I've got to go make a bolt run because when I pair the damn transmission to the motor, I'm not using those again.
Is that like pairing a wine?
And then I know we've got to put the drop the drop pipe, the drop exhaust, the drop
Oh, the yeah. I know what
the
you're
header,
talking about.
not the header. Yeah, I got to find out where Libby put that because it's somewhere around there. I think it's in the back of the Jeep actually.
Yeah, that one on there was smushed.
Yeah. So we had a brand new one, and then I was looking up today to fix Libby's catalytic converter problem. I better pay property taxes first because the cheapest one I can find is $274.
Ouch.
You know, because it's supercharged. It's got to be special.
Right.
But you know, you pull up the regular V6 and it's the same fucking bike.
Same part number?
No, because it's the Rock Auto gives you two choices. It's the daily driver one or the recommended one.
Oh.
But it all says OEM engine type number, and I've got to find all that shit first before I order that one. But that's a totally different subject. The car needs it because it's throwing that catalyst code, because I know the catalytic converter is probably half the problem of the car wanting to die.
Go out there and get you some of that clean.
I will, but it's got to come off anyway, because everybody that sees it says, yeah, your catalytic converter's toast. It's a 96, man.
Go out before you spend like $300 on a catalytic converter. Go out there and get. They make a thing called Cataclean, and some guys swear by it because they've had old cars or whatever that couldn't pass state inspection. They put that Cataclean in there and drive it, and it cleans that catalytic converter out, and it gets rid of their trouble code for their catalytic converter.
I'm not sure. You put it in the fuel?
Yeah.
Because right now I got seafoam in the fuel. Ooh. So I got to get that tank out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which it's, I mean, everything I read about the seafoam is 4 stars and above.
Yeah, I've never used it.
So we're going to see. And, I mean, now that you can tell that it's running through it because it doesn't like to start right now, which means it's kicking shit out of that motor.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I got to change the oil again because there's something wrong. I'm cleaning up the car, basically, after 146,000 miles.
Yeah.
I'm kicking some shit that's been in that motor or the tank for a while.
Right.
Because, you know, it's been tuned up. It's less than a year that it's been tuned up.
And then if it's hesitating, sometimes that could be fuel pressure, so you might see about changing your fuel filter.
Well, I know Libby is, like, desperately wanting to get rid of that car. She loves it, but it's becoming a pain. Like, Kylie and Austin drove it the other day, and it wouldn't start for them.
Yeah.
They'd start it, they'd go to put it in gear, and it'd die. Put it back in park, start it, put it in gear, it'd die. So they're like, nope, not getting in the car. I go out there and start it, and Per's like, getting.
Of course.
Kylie's like, I hate you, and I hate that car. But, I mean, Chris drove it to Indy.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine.
Well,
but then it would throw itself out of gear from time to time.
Like, we'd stop at a light and, like, okay, no, back in the park, back in the drive, okay, and then we go.
So the car has issues, and I found out from another guy that model of car has, like, 8 different computers telling everything what to do.
And if they all speak different languages,
and
you're screwed.
Right now, they're all talking different languages because the one computer's handling it all.
Like,
I was like, I'm not buying a new computer for that car.
No, because you have like a trans control module, body control module, engine control module. We got to take a break.
A brake control module.
Well,
we'll probably.
We'll be back about more of my automobile woes right after this.
Hopefully here soon we'll have like good news with the Man Cave.
That's right.
Oh,
so
yeah.
stay tuned. We got some good news coming, and we'll talk to you later.
Alrighty.
You're listening to the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio with your hosts, Pat Brooks and Bill Maddox. You can find out more by checking out the Facebook page, facebook.com/GPR The Man Cave. And now, our hosts, Pat and Bill.
Oh my goodness. And we're back. You're listening to the Man Cave. We still need to get
The
like
dulcet sounds of the Man Cave.
This is the super swinging sounds of the 70s. I'm Pat, that's Bill. Oh, wait, that's the wrong show. My bad.
So I just want to holler out and say a big shout out to the guys who were listening at the point.
All 3 of you. Woo!
Well,
oh, sorry.
No, at the point, like, they have us on. So, hey guys, how you guys doing?
And we are sorry.
I'm telling you what, though.
We'll just say that right now. We're sorry.
Bo down there.
Bo rocks.
But she has some, like, the food. Like, when A lot of people, okay.
Like so much so that you're like you can't searching. You're like searching. Like I can't
But I'm just
describe
saying,
the words that
from.
You just say, who's cooking? Bo's cooking? Your stomach just starts going, oh.
But no, like from when she got it to now, like the turnaround, and it's like it's cleaned up, and it's like you don't know.
I actually like going out there. I mean, I like
because people
going
used
out
to
there
walk in the
before.
there's somebody dead on the floor.
right, and you would grab something and be like covered with like tobacco tar.
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
You better have brought a beer winch with you, because if not, you're not welcome.
Beer winch is at the bar listening live right now.
Grab that one right there, sir.
Yeah.
Grab the headset.
It's all live at the bar, boys.
We were
just talking about the
you.
bar.
Yeah.
Well, let's not be honest. We were talking about Bo's food.
Dude,
Testing
I don't
1,
think
2,
you-
spectacles and testicles. Hello.
I don't think you're going to get out of here. You smell like something to eat. I'm hungry.
For those of you listening online, he means business.
Stephanie, you're now single because he's going to be dead.
No,
Beer winch is at the bar being a beer winch.
No, we were just talking about how, like the points had like a big like turnaround from like CD bar where everything you touch turns your hands yellow because of tobacco tar,
Blood.
and whatever else might be on it to now, and like the food.
It's
before,
amazing.
Yeah, because before it was like typical bar food. It was like
Anything
okay,
fried.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
fried.
No,
keep fried.
we don't just have fried. Like we got a culinary chef. I mean, Bo. I mean, it's not. We got a flat iron. We got a grill.
Well, no,
We
I
got
walk
deep
in there and
fried.
said, "Hey, I can't drink anything, or I can't have anything that because I have to be gluten free." And she comes out and goes, "What can you have? What can't you have?" And
Yeah.
I will take care of it.
Yeah.
And here's what here's what I know is safe for you, and I will make sure that everything is taken care of.
You know, the funny thing is, when we had Rebel, you used to call me number 2. Now I am really number 2. Hit the
Yeah.
You're
point.
the
Yeah.
Bo's number 1. I'm number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Make it
And the
so.
beer winch.
Number 2 in the beer winch.
Hey.
We need shirts that say that. Number 2 in the beer winch.
Babe, I needed a beer if you're listening.
Hey, that's live Sunday
We
nights.
all need
Live at the number 2 in the beer winch.
Yeah. And Steven, thanks for having us on live down there at the point. I want to give a shout out to Emma Stone's sister, Casey, MF, and Carney. Morgan, I know you're pregnant. Please don't drop that baby behind the bar. And I forgot to bring a beer with me. So, Steph, if you're listening, we really could use some beer down here.
Yeah. 4 stat, please.
Might drop out.
No, he's done.
But we're just talking about like like I said, the food, and of course like the beer on tap selection.
Oh, yeah.
Like
People don't realize how many we have.
So different between then and now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I
yeah.
mean,
It's
Well,
like-
they wouldn't even run taps back then.
Well, the point used to have the bad. Where you guys going? The point? Oh, I ain't going to
Yeah.
Now it's
it
like
was just a
floor.
step above Happy Times. Like like, I'm going to Happy Times. Really?
Yeah, that's sad part is that you're right. I mean,
Like,
it
go to the
is-
point, Happy Times.
Yeah.
And
But
you're
now-
like, okay, well, we'll go to the Curve or Ed's.
But I mean, now you're just like.
And they're both closed.
Yeah. Now it's
Well,
like we're going to the
maybe,
point, and everybody's like, "Hell yeah, I'm going to the point." You know the food there.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute,
Your mom
Dustin,
and dad are in there all the time, Bill.
What's
They're
that?
all the time in there.
Who's that?
Your mom and dad.
Oh, like
They come in there all the time.
really?
Yeah.
I have to hit them up.
I
and
actually
say,
talked
Well,
to you
I
about
know.
all
me
the time.
dinner.
Why aren't you
I know.
buying me dinner?
I know my mom's in there all the time.
Well, yeah, because
She's like,
you asked her to go eat lunch.
She calls me up. No,
Free lunch!
well, no. The cool thing is, I asked her once. She went up there and ate, and ever since then, she calls me up and goes, "Hey, you want to go up to the point and eat lunch?"
That's the exact opposite story
Hey,
that you told me.
I know you don't eat on your own, so let me call you up here so I feel like a mom and I'll feed you.
Right.
Do you want to eat lunch? I haven't talked to you in like a week and a half. You want to go have a lunch and talk? Sure.
Yeah, that's the exact opposite story Terry tells. But whatever. It's cool. We're still getting the business.
Listen, it's his radio station. He can tell the
You
story
did
how
right,
he
he can.
wants.
That's exactly right.
Right.
Yes,
He's
but
got
his
nice
radio
setup
station is
over here.
funded by his mom.
I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole, guys.
Hell no. It's still
Not-
fun.
No,
Okay,
that's not the only place. There's a
Am I
lot of
coming through
places.
Am I coming through loud and clear? Because I can't even hear myself.
Yeah,
You're
good.
sexy as shit.
What's up, buddy?
You damn right what's up. Oh, they can hear me at the point, so we're good to go.
Yeah, it's a minute delay.
Ooh. Well, yeah, I'm sure, because a shout was playing when I left by Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Bill, you and I grew up when we were all running
80s,
together.
early 90s, yeah.
Late 90s, and then we went through 2000 where we were all hanging out. Me, you, Pat,
Yeah,
Woody, Heather, Missy, Chris, Curtis, like how all of us ran around and stuff.
Coitus.
And we remember I DJ'd, man. Like
Coitus
Pat Brooks is the best roadie in the history of music ever. I never forget.
That's a better name than Slave.
Pat would have my shit unpacked and put in my. Remember when I had it at Buyer Lease? Fucking Pat would have that shit go. Cause where were we going? To Pat's house to drink and party. Pat's like, quicker we get this shit out of the truck, quicker we're going to go party. But you're a music fan. And we always had this thing, you were always going to DJ my wedding, which you were going to, but you had some issues.
Yeah,
and, it messed up. But you and I have always, like, if you put me and you on VH1 Rock and Roll Jeopardy, we would mess
or like Shazam.
Yeah, we would mess people up. So, this girl from Cleveland, Ohio started this Twitter account. Uh-oh. She's a big Weezer fan.
Okay.
So, and she kept trying to get him to cover Toto, Africa.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is for us, like we remember the 80s version. But these young kids, it came from Stranger Things. It was in the first episode when old dude and with the flock of seagulls hair and shit when they were making out on the bed.
You just lost everybody. Who? What?
Yeah, for you young girls, that's an 80s band. So anyway, they're making out and then like Toto or Africa's playing. So she's trying to get played. So they do Rosanna instead.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good. But then she finally does Has to Do.
Yeah, buddy.
And holy shit.
It's badass.
It is amazing.
Nice.
Like, first of all, when it starts, you can't even tell that it's Weezer.
No, it sounds the same until they sing.
No, I'm just saying,
even the sing, but until the chorus, when they kick the distortion in. And I'll tell you what, like, in all honesty, not only is it only amazing and a good tribute to Toto, it went to #1 on iTunes the first week out there, and this girl from Cleveland, Ohio, is one. They actually Ringo Starr from the Beatles, and whoever the lead guy from exactly, whoever it was from Toto, the lead guy from Toto, which I honestly don't know.
Well, Toto was just a band that they just kind of threw together. They were all like damn good,
kind of like Temple of the Dog.
Well, no, they were all house musicians. None of them were famous for being in any band whatsoever. They just played backup. They were like backup house band members for people that were recording at studios.
Wow.
So they're all like professional recording artists that got together and made a band. They called themselves Toto.
So that's what's cool about it, though, is
that's a big freaking band.
Right? The lead guy, Toto, and Ringo Starr sent her a tweet. And then, of course, Ringo's back here going, peace and love. Pat gets that. And this girl who started this Twitter account is the reason this happened. And if you have not heard it, it's the best rendition. Like, when they sing it up until the chorus, Pat, back me up on this, you don't know the difference.
No, it's
amazing.
Just the same.
Until they kick in the distortion, which is just enough to make it theirs, but it's not like a metal version. It's just amazing.
Just enough to make you realize it's Weezer.
What's the lead singer's name of Weezer? Anybody?
Wheeze.
No. Kenny, is it Kenny something or?
I don't know.
Like these are same guys. Google. These guys are same guys that did like Buddy Holly and stuff, and they harmonize amazingly.
Rivers Cuomo.
Who?
River.
You don't hear him sing like that ever.
Hey, I heard there was beer here, by the way.
We drank the beer.
You can smell it.
I can smell the beer. Are you shitting me? If I'd known this,
we
I'd have
drank
brought
it all.
beer.
Like literally, like that lasted the first hour.
I don't want moonshine.
That's not moonshine.
Oh look! There's moonshine coming up the stairs.
Holy crap! We
Who let him in?
Brenner's in the house with moonshine.
I don't know. I think he's banned from the radio station.
Why am I banned from the
No, we had a little talk.
I'm not a part of this, so I'll just sit over here.
Hey, but if you have beer, since we have actually drank everything we have in the first 2 hours,
you are welcome.
Shit, he brought me something to play with. Is what he did.
What's that?
Hey, is that a penis in your pocket? Oh, never mind.
No, this
Dandelion?
is in black.
That's a tap handle, isn't it?
No,
That's
an air tank.
That's what they thought was in my bag at security coming back from the Dominican 2 weeks ago, and I got
it was
pulled
a beer
over.
Tank? But it was a beer tap?
No, it was. I bought a what they call them, tumblers. I bought one of those iron. It looked just like that. It was like steel, like so they'd fill my beer up, and it looked just like that.
Oh shit! I
got pulled over. They thought I had a pipe bomb.
That?
Hey, what flavor is that?
Dandelion.
Dandelion.
Oh, it's a dandelion wine.
I don't know. I don't eat.
All right, you're gonna
I don't eat dandelions.
Actually, I've heard that it's really good. Speaking of which, it gets mentioned a lot on the Weezer Africa video. Have you heard the Leo Moriarty metal cover of Africa?
Push down and turn.
Yes, I have actually, and it's really good.
The girl that he has going in doing the
very good.
Oh my God!
Holy shit, he's got a gun.
That's a
Can I say shit? We're on online, right?
Yeah, we're fine.
Hey, what the hell is that?
It's a paintball gun.
It looks real.
No. That's downstairs.
Dandelion moonshine.
Well, might as well be.
Dandelion wine.
Is it sweet, Pat? Can you feel it burn?
It's smooth.
Will it start?
It's pretty stout.
Will it start your car?
It smells almost
Where
like
did you
a beer.
get the old 1930s? Hey, this here's Chris Chambers coming from the commercial. Like that microphone over there. Make sure to buy your pack of marbles today.
It goes with that.
That microphone right there.
Goes with that.
That is amazing.
This is a.
It's like Little Orphan Annie. Make sure to drink your Ovaltine.
This is a D104 that goes with the CB ham radio.
Oh, you got your ham radio, do you?
Final.
I upgraded from the one. I actually traded the one that you gave me.
Holy crap! How much?
I traded it for one to get into the ham radio side.
12 pounds.
I like that microphone a lot. It looks like an
Three
Emmy.
conversations.
I might take it with me.
You want to try that?
I will try it on air. It may start my car, right?
That's going to start
Pretty
something.
close.
It'll kickstart your heart.
Pat, you got a bad look on
That's
your
what I was going to say.
face, dude.
Kickstart your heart.
Kickstart my heart. Yeah.
I'm going back to my hard shit like D.
Dude, you got a chaser? Because I don't know about this, man. You drank out of that. I don't want any hypergonosyphilades, so I need
Hey,
to
I'm
know.
not Pat.
I ain't
Pat's
drinking
been
that.
married
That's
for the
got
last
tits.
9 years.
And I'm fat and married, so I ain't got herpes.
Yes, but you
married.
went to the Dominican Republic. You could have picked something up in the hot tub.
I didn't get bit. My wife did. She looked like a polka dot pantyhose coming home, man. She had shit all over.
Holy crap!
All right, I'm a little scared. I'm a little sketchy. I ain't gonna lie,
You're
Brad.
all right. You're all right.
It's all right. It's a little potent.
Just take a little sip.
It's smooth.
Oh, that ain't near as bad as 99 bananas. Holy shit. I got some shit up the
Hand
bar
that
that'll
around.
make it
You ever had his
butthole light
hollaback
on
girl?
fire.
His hollaback girl's to die for.
Like that.
The hollaback girl. It is
Ooh,
bananas.
This wine?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is bananas.
You gotta.
Pop that cap.
You know the only
We'll
reason
pop.
I know how to spell bananas is because that Gwen Stefani song.
B-A-N-A.
That's why it's called Hollaback Girl. Hey,
We're opening it live on air. Let me do a. Can I do a live call on air, guys?
I don't know, can you?
We're gonna call up to the guys here at the Point Tavern. We're
Okay.
gonna see if they're
I tell
listening
you,
in.
Tiny,
How about that?
Daniel bought me a wine bottle opener, and I kid you not, it's got like a ginormous hypodermic needle on it
yeah.
that goes through the cork, and you pump
Hey, can
air
you hear
into
me?
it, and all of a sudden,
What'd you say?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you just fine.
You're live on air right now. Would you like to say anything to the millions and millions of listeners listening worldwide?
Don't want to say what?
Never mind. Can you hear us? We're drinking dandelion wine and something else.
And
That's
called the
banana.
hollaback girl.
Yes, I can hear you guys just fine.
Okay, well, you're live on air, so you need to sign the disclosure agreement. I'll have the NDA written up before I get back to the bar.
That just means we own your soul now, so it's okay.
P.S. If my wife leaves,
Try.
break out the bust and knuckle because I'll be back.
Me too.
Still sitting here.
Who all's sitting there?
They're still in here, your wife and the girls.
Oh, my wife's there? Never mind. Tell her I love her.
Here you
I forgot about being on live radio, what it was like, guys.
go. Try that.
Wait a minute, you're going to hear
That
a
is
moan.
this
Holy shit, that'll get you in trouble.
right?
Yeah, buddy,
Oh,
that's...
my, did you make that yourself?
yeah,
no,
I
this
made
was
that.
this was
That's
him.
That's
good.
Bill.
This is
Bill
Bill.
That's
made
you?
that. That's
Yeah, you
Bill.
want
yeah,
some
that one's tiny.
That's
I made
amazing.
that.
He
Can I
made
get a glass?
he made the dandelion wine.
This is like,
Yeah, that one hasn't been.
Thank you, Jimmy. Man, I forgot how much fun this was. Remember back when we started? It was just
Like
us
back
in,
in the
like,
day?
like a 4x8 closet.
Felt like
It-
the guy
it
back
felt
in
like
Necessary
it.
Roughness. I'm all alone up here in the DJ booth. Hello.
We had a lot of fun back then.
Or just
I remember having
overcrowded in the
losing
DJ booth
September on there. We ran out of beer and went to the village pantry and,
and bought more
and they drink it warm.
during the commercial
Oh,
break.
Jesus.
We went and got more
beer.
More beer came
I
back.
timed it out to where we
Have you-
could
have you
get
had that
more
yet?
beer. Holy shit, my throat's on fire.
That's fucking
Which
dog
from what?
bottle.
That?
That's good.
I don't know which. Maybe
It's probably the dandelion.
That's
Could
dog-
be either
that's
one.
dog
Hey,
bottle.
in all honesty, though, when we do go to break, do you have the Weezer version of?
I can get it.
If you would, it's really good. If you haven't heard it yet,
That's
you've heard it. Right?
It is.
Thank you, Pat. And it really is. Like, you know what? If I was Toto, which I'm sure they are, it's one thing.
We love you, Dustin. We love you to
That came out so wrong.
We love you, Dustin. That
Toto's like, what the hell did we do, man? We're dead already?
No, like, say I wrote a song and somebody covered it, which I'm sure Toto was like, they had to get the copyright, right? But they did so good at this, and Pat will attest to this because he's heard it. Like, that's got to be the most flattering thing. Like, I've always heard singers say, when they hear the guys like singing back the words in the song. Can you imagine somebody redoing your song and doing it that good, Pat? And you just got to be.
It's almost like
thank you so much for what is that?
Thank you.
I mean, you're talking 80s, so we're 30.
82.
So we're 36 years old.
it's almost like
Like Cobra Kai.
I can only remember one other band that actually came out and said the remake was better than their
Had to
version.
be Careless Whisper.
Nothing made by Weird Al, I'll tell you that.
No shit.
Joe Cocker.
Joe Cocker's version of A Little Help with My Friends.
Yes, it killed the Beatles.
Beatles
And I'm a
actually came
Beatles
out.
fanatic.
Beatles actually came out and said that was better than our version.
And he was
You
on
know why they
nailed
say
it.
that? Because Paul goes, I don't care, I'm the only one alive anyway. Ringo's still alive. Oh,
Technically,
who?
he was the only one that was dead if you watched the Last Testament of George
Right.
Harrison. I forgot how much fun this was, guys. This is great.
Hey, we're here every Friday.
Where did you get the Welcome McDonald's headsets, by the way? This is awesome.
That's what the
Welcome to
last.
McDonald's, might take your order.
That's what I feel like right now.
That was
Ding
the
dong.
very end of
And we are mono.
broadcasting.
Ding, fries are done. Ding.
That is the very end of
You got an easy button over there?
Yeah.
It's in front of Pat because he's easy. I noticed that.
That was easy.
But no, the headsets actually came from when we broadcasted live sports. That was the last bit of it. Our last sponsorship bought those.
This is why I want the show up at the bar. Because, me and Chris used to take my show over, but you guys could broadcast live from the bar, and it would be awesome.
Well, we were going to announce that on the radio, but since you already did.
Like, go ahead and.
I was just asking if you would. I didn't know that.
Everybody agreed, and we are actually going to say, "Hey, yes,
Awesome.
we're live on air."
Awesome.
So, yes,
go ahead and talk about it.
Kind of like when
Well-
they did the live from Circle Center.
You went to Circle Center and went live?
No, I've been up there partying, but no, they,
I was live at Circle
me that.
Center. That's really good, by the way, Bill. Thank you.
That'll get, like you said, that'll get you in trouble.
Oh, the lemonade will get you even further in trouble
Jesus.
because it tastes like lemonade.
Let me tell you something. If Stephanie gets a hold of that,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
in trouble.
No, I'm not.
No, because she'll be like, "Can you?" Bill,
She
get
already
more?
goes to sleep
Can-
before I do.
No, it'd be like, "Can Bill get more? Can we get more? Can I
Can
get
we-
more?" Can
I
we-
want
we
all
call
of it.
that-
Like,
Is
can
that
you have
Amish wine,
Well, Amish do drink it more than anything because it is
I'll
all
tell you,
natural.
that's why I married her.
It's bananas.
I'm telling you right now, she can churn the shit out some butter. I mean, tell you.
I don't know. I
And
left.
can guarantee you right now, her head is down on the table, going, "Jesus."
Oh, I got all them
Oh,
listening
they
at the
brought
bar.
up the Amish stuff again. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
I think she was talking
how-
about the churned butter comment.
When are
I
they
don't know.
gonna?
Hey,
The
Steph,
point where
how's
what's
the
her
churning
name?
the butter?
Like when what's her name was sitting there, like I just craving salt right now. She says, just all the salt. I just want salt, and I'm
That's
like,
okay, yeah, that was awkward.
I looked at her because I've drank too much for you to do that, ma'am. You
Yeah.
need to stop and go to the other room.
That's bad when the guys start going.
Because she's like, I just need salt right now, just salt. And I'm like,
Give me 5-6 minutes tops.
I'm just sitting here going,
Because
you
my
need to-
shit's salty.
I was like, you just need to stop, please. No.
Is that where we got in the conversation about pineapple juice and how many?
Yes.
Okay, I wondered how we got there. Bill's like, I don't even know.
I was just straight up like, you need to stop. Just go in the other room, please.
All right, first of all, I haven't been up in since Rebel Radio. You got like switches inside the desk, and you got like little computers on top of big computers, and
Yeah, and he tells you
Weird
it's real
shit.
easy to run, too.
It is really
I mean,
easy to
it's
run.
like,
No,
what's all the switches
it's
about?
not.
This is those big speakers, so when we're jamming out and having a good time, like, and it cuts off. Everything cuts off
Yeah,
when we
like
talk.
my wife does. Okay.
But when we go to play music,
My wife said I'm a dick. You can tell her to laugh.
Well, just wait in a minute, and that'll go off again.
Then the second one is the headphones, because if I could turn them off, and then you go away,
I hear you.
right? I mean, now you don't hear it, and then now you do. And then this is for the amp that no longer works, and this is empty.
So you have 2 switches out of 4.
Yeah, I
You're
used to
batting
have
500, bro.
right. I'm like
Hey, 500 get you $80 million.
Goddamn.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what? The sad part is, if you think about it, I tell my son this all the time, weathermen and baseball players get the best jobs because you can fail. Like, weathermen can
Like
say
half
partly
the
cloudy,
time.
partly sunny. Man, that's 50. And then you got, on top of that, you got baseball players. If you bat 300, that's considered a good. You failed 70% of the time, and like Pat just said, you got $80 million. Fuck, throw it at him. He bat 300.
If you bat 500, you get Hall of Fame.
Hell, I couldn't get my son to pass art.
Okay.
Fucking art. Are you kidding me? Art.
Here-
Like,
here's a-
draw it. Trace the shit. I don't care. I am tired of having the conversation. I am not joking. For the last 6 weeks, I didn't think he was going to pass freshman year because of art. Are you shitting me?
Well, here's how crazy baseball is. I know everybody loves sports here, but Judge, New York Yankees, Judge.
But two of us,
he
I
strikes out 80% of the time.
But they count as home
They
runs.
count as home runs,
damn
and
right.
they pay him $29 million a year.
Hey, I can strike out like 50% of the time. What does that give me?
Well, it depends. Are
Ask
you
your
going
wife.
to take one for the team like, oh, what's his name in Major League? He said, take
Shots fired.
it. He going to take it right upside the head.
It's okay.
I like to call her
Podcast.
elephants because you only one crown
No.
for them. I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt your guys' thing. I'm
No,
half
like we're
tanked.
good.
You're good.
This is a normal
to see
show.
You guys again, to be
All
honest
right,
with you.
listen, man.
I
We're
haven't seen you guys forever.
our normal radio
Bring the
play
sexy.
is like ADD. So
Yeah, then they
I got a
are,
couple bartenders that fit right in here.
right, so we
ADD
started
radio.
out talking about the caramel apple mead that we
And
bought.
I did not get any of that. You're
Oh
an
no, it was
asshole.
gone. It literally was gone in like the first 30
Yeah, it was
minutes.
gone.
And then we
Like
started. we
two glasses
drank,
each. The Wolves. It's Wolf's Head
Yeah, then
over
we-
at the Hot.
Then we drank my lemon drop moonshine.
How much proof is this this wine you got here?
That right there is probably a good 17-18%.
This is really good.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that'll
it's
get you in
very
trouble.
Well, and
I
it's
would
a
like to have it
banana
on
wine.
the rocks because
It-
it's
Yeah,
It doesn't taste like banana.
actually-
It's a banana wine. That's why he calls it
Hollaback Girl.
the Hollaback Girl.
very good.
Because this shit is
That's the
banana.
only reason I know how to spell bananas. Like I told you.
Now, the dragon's blood that he makes is a hell of a lot better than that.
That
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
sound
it's
good.
No, it's
it's-
amazing and
it's a mixed-
better, even better on the rocks. As he
Yeah.
found out.
Like
'cause-
when I drink this, it smells like rubbing alcohol, but it tastes like honey and I don't know. It's really just really good.
it is.
And
It's
then I
delicious.
have like the strawberry, and I have blueberry, and I have a grape
And there's a
going
great
on.
aftertaste. Like the back end of it,
There's bananas.
I don't really taste that as much as it's just got a nice smooth fruit. Like it's not like you don't taste.
it doesn't
It doesn't
taste.
have that burning
yeah,
alcohol.
it
It's
doesn't.
very
It's, like,
good.
it's not like, oh my god, what did I drink? It's
And
like,
I know
Right.
Brenner over there.
Ooh.
He's a matter of fact. I still got some wine in my refrigerator that she brought over.
She
one
didn't
night.
drink that yet?
Hell no, I think we forgot it was there till I looked the other day. All I know is when it's labeled in duct tape, you know the shit's good.
Oh, that, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I bottled that one on inauguration day.
it was
Well, we
My
did find out
throat's
the
on
more
fire.
some of the
This
stuff
is
sets,
awesome.
the better it gets.
That
Right.
was the coconut uzu is what that one was.
coconut ouzo.
Exactly.
Like
Anything
what
with
is in?
coconut is nasty.
Dude.
What is? No, I have a
no,
question.
it's
What-
actually it's really
He
good.
just held up his hand, literally. He's
what?
like, "Hey, I got a question."
like
He,
wait,
he talks with his hands on the radio.
wait a minute. What is in coconut ouzo?
What is?
I'm going to say a small compact car and some.
Well, I was
coconut.
getting ready to say oil, gasoline, some gaskets.
No, but what is that?
Tiny, correct me if I'm wrong.
There's
An
alcohol
ouzo
in it. I'll tell you that.
is a type of wine, like a Merlot or a Chardonnay or...
Okay,
That
I've
I
never
don't
heard
know.
of
the
one.
only uzo I've ever had. Like
Oh,
guy
like Greek
literally,
ouzo?
yeah,
I just
literally
remember
brought
the
it
guy
from Greece.
Empty
Okay.
Nest. That's
And-
all I remember. He had the commercial with this. Right?
Joe's
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Is that the guy thinking of?
dogs
Would
love
I
trucks.
No good tricks.
I'll tell you where I went
This
wrong
is
with this
alcohol
one,
live
Tiny.
radio,
What's
folks.
that?
I didn't follow the recipe instructions
Yeah,
to the T. I followed the yeast
Alcohol.
nutrient instructions.
Got an infection.
yeah,
And the recipe said 1 tablespoon of yeast nutrient.
Fuck
yeah.
that.
The bottle said 1 tablespoon
Per gallon.
That's why
Yeah.
it bubbled for over 3 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I
5
was making
years
alcohol
later.
for over 3
3 weeks.
weeks.
That's churning a lot.
Like
Yeah.
That's
five,
churning a lot
it
of
was
butter.
going crazy.
And
like
like
5 years later, it's still bubbling.
Like with my latest batch of like the mash I made, I even used some what's called the amylase, which
Did you turn
draws.
into like a brewer all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Where have
Yeah.
I been?
Missing out, sir.
Married. That's where you've been married.
You've definitely been missing out, buddy.
Like, we get to sample all his stuff every Friday, and it's like, okay, I'm drunk Friday. That's it. Like, Fridays, I'm drunk. I don't care
If I come up to the point, though, I can't bring it with me because it's not taxed.
Yeah,
alcohol.
Bo will lose her license.
No, I
So we ain't
had
doing
a guy
that.
come in trying to see if we could distribute through us. I'm like, no, you got to go through like Terrence
A
Smith or
distributor.
somebody, dude. Not,
Yeah.
not a bar.
Right? So,
Just get your
Um,
small company license or your small.
It's $250, and we're taking donations for him to get it.
Jesus, God, he's got everything.
No,
I have nothing.
we've
Just
al-
no, it's just like, get your license. Well, it's $250, and it's like, Jesus!
no, we've already talked about it. It's
And you can
$250
do, like-
for an artisan,
yeah,
and
you
it's
can do
10,000
like artisan
gallons.
or craft brewing.
Up to
10,000
10,000 gallons.
a year. Not and that doesn't include what gets through distribution.
That's 1 week of us drinking. Why don't
You have to make that much, or
No,
you can make
can.
up to.
You can make up to 10,000 gallons for distribution.
That's a lot of gallons.
And
Yes.
like I said, that doesn't include what you have into distribution. So if you have a distributor who's willing to do another 10,000, you can do like 20,000 gallons of
Hooch.
hooch. And
I don't think Heather will like that.
No, I don't think she'd let me do.
What do you mean there's like 80 more gallons of that
like,
outside?
what do you mean you're going to build a whole nother bar or building just for to handle the alcohol?
Why do we have 500 steel kegs sitting out back?
You get a drink. You
What's
get a
that?
drink as much as you want for free. Okay.
So what's that big like tanker truck doing out in the driveway, dear?
I don't know, but Pat brought it and left it.
Yeah. Somebody just dropped it off.
So
might
yeah,
be
that's
full
what
of
it is.
Clean the bitch
Sugar.
is what we got to do.
But he can't, like I said, he can do anything up to 10,000 and before distribution and sell it.
For $250,
$250 a year.
you're rich, can't you?
That's all it costs for an
Yeah.
alcohol and or a beer and wine license.
Well, I mean, when you think
So
about it, though,
we're
I mean,
taking donations. Who wants to make Bill legal to
If you
where
make-
we can all benefit?
if you make a batch, a 5-gallon or a 6-gallon batch of wine,
The
that's
Maddox
about
Family
30
Farm
bottles.
Brewery.
Yep.
And you turn around and you sell those each bottle for $10 a bottle for round measure. That's $300 per batch. And if you've got 8 or 10 batches going at a time, when you're buying fruit at minimal cost,
You
For
can buy
the
an almost
man.
sugar's cheap.
you can buy an almost brand new used car.
Yeah, nine times
I
out
didn't
of
come here
10,
to do
the
math.
fruit
I was
has
told
been
about
cheap
music and beer.
or free.
And alcohol,
Like
I
all
should
my
say.
pears have been free.
I got
Cranberries
lied
have
to,
been all
Chris.
free.
Well,
Yeah, it's just-
here's something Dustin probably doesn't know. We're on TV.
I heard you were on Roku.
Well, Bill's on
Yeah,
TV.
Roku.
Yeah,
I
should've-
watched it. It was really good. It was you had like a mason jar.
and it was the lemonade that
Was it lemon drop?
the lemon drop that
Yeah, it was
you
really,
missed
really
out on.
cool. Yeah, that was really awesome, man. It's amazing what you can do. You know, now I was talking to my son about this the other day. You know, like thank God we didn't grow up in this age. 'Cause
Oh, my-
we all did
my
enough
wife.
shit,
Uh-oh.
right? You
Bill's
know.
in trouble already.
No. My wife said if I had a separate building, she wouldn't care.
That's a separate.
If you had a separate building, they'd never see you. I know you.
I'd be out there on
We
the
had
couch.
a small
I'm sampling.
motorcycle repair shop in your grandma's garage. It wasn't much taller than you are, Bill.
Well, the thing is like my grandmother swore we were out there smoking dope.
No, that was
That's the only thing I
down the
don't
road.
think we did.
True story. We were installing a light at night cigarette lighter in the VFR so he could smoke a cigarette on a crotch rocket. True story. And it matched his gauges. Swear to
Yes.
God. It was
It did.
amazing.
Well, I had to. If it didn't match his gauges, it would
It
just
was
look out of
amazing.
place.
Exactly.
You were also rebuilding a
we,
motor.
we rejected
Right,
my
rebuilt.
carburetor, I think Woody's carburetor.
Yep.
Like it was a small little repair shop.
I think most of the repairs in that shop went with Ron.
Well, it's because he didn't know how to ride.
He still doesn't. It's okay.
Yeah.
Did he
What did we
ever
call him?
put that thing back
Rico?
together?
Oh, yeah,
Rico.
yeah.
How did he have kids?
Ron Rico.
Honestly, that's Woody.
Mach
I can't
5.
ever
No,
hit him in the nuts so
Dude,
many times.
Mach
I'll
5.
tell you off the air.
I swear to God, every time I saw
We'll
him,
tell
I
you
punched
when
him
and
in the
where it
nuts.
happened.
And Woody
You probably
swears
don't
to
wanna
God,
know.
he's like, how did he have kids? You hit him in the nuts every time you saw him.
Well, I have a book about it. If you want to read it.
Speaking of Ron, I do have to say one thing. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate it. I'll just say that.
And we'll just drop that right there. We're going to leave that out there with a wide open ending.
Yeah,
but no,
Mach 4 and SS2K.
Yeah, I've never ridden a crotch rocket.
You know, everybody thinks you lean over, but you really don't.
You're right.
Kinda.
You ride like this. Unless you get tired, then you just lay on your gas tank.
That Suzuki, I mean, I'm back literally just like this. This is how I ride down the road.
Nothing rocks like the high back did, and the 754. The 754 is the greatest bike ever invented.
Those two bikes were like I learned to ride on, and like I still look for them today. Like I found one, I was like $500 over in Marion.
Dude, that's still.
And the guy never turned around and like got back with me.
If I ever
like,
found a 754, I'd buy it up in a heartbeat, dude. Between that and the high back, I remember riding backwards on Pat's high back, and it came up to here, and I just hung on like this, around city.
There's no right bench on that bike because you're back to back.
Leaving city, going to the
right.
Exactly.
That's how we all feel.
The store, the general store, and get
quarter pop.
Quarter pop.
Yeah, we were running down Harrison.
Chocola.
We ran all the way down
Chocola,
Harrison at
quarter
28,
pops.
turn right, here we go, go all the way back, turn off there at the point until we hit John Street or Church Street.
And then
Turn
come
down
up.
Church Street, go back to the go back.
Yeah,
to the,
and if you were gone more than a half hour, you were at the
fucking-
50-yard line.
Oh yeah, the 50-yard line, which Woody got accused of many times.
Many times.
Really.
And he's like, if I did, I'd be in a lot better mood. But he was always in a good mood anyway.
We
so it was just
started
like,
a
really?
rumor that Woody had a
Diphallus
tattoo of a two-headed dragon on his.
No,
penis.
he had a double. He had a
That he had a
penis.
two-headed penis.
Two-headed penis with a tattoo of a dragon. And it went around. So one girl walked up to him in the city one night and says, "Are you guys a tattoo on his dick?" And Woody's like,
Do you want to find out?
Do you really have a two-headed penis? He's like,
Yes.
"One for
Yes, he
each of you." Doc Holliday.
Yeah, I wish I'd have known that like 2 weeks ago.
What, the tattoo or the?
No, the rumor about the rumor. Because
Oh, it's not rumor. I lived with him. It's a true story. when it's limp, it's a gecko, but when it's big, it's a dragon. Looks like two geckos turning two dragons. Just saying.
Woody's like, what the hell did I do?
No, he's just over here going.
He's going. Dude, if you don't like Woody, take your ass back to Russia.
Yeah, commie.
He's over. He'll be here tomorrow night.
if Woody ain't country.
Did he give up this show for the other one? You know,
Yeah.
the less more popular.
What's the
show?
other
Well, no.
one that Woody gave up for?
He went over to Metal and Madness because we lost Chris Eddy.
Because he's such a metalhead.
Oh, did he become a shut-in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So because Chris Eddy like kind of has stuff to do with his knife making shop and everything.
Speaking of which, that Metal Madness show is only says paranormal, right?
Yeah, and that's on Saturday.
I
That's
told
tomorrow
this
night.
story a few times at my bar because there's a certain person, won't say if they're male, female, or pangender. They come into my bar.
Because
and
you
they-
don't know, or you just think
No,
no.
I do know, but I'm not calling them out on air.
Okay.
No, every pangender person will let you know.
Yeah, that's
that
true. They will let you know.
Right.
So
They're like CrossFit people.
this
Shut up about
this person comes into my bar and sits around, which, if you're wondering, I'm the bar manager at the point. So they come in and they come in the back room. They wander around the pool table with nothing but. So maybe they have quarters. Sometimes they don't. And it plays pool until someone of the opposite sex or the same sex buys them
You
a
don't
drink.
know, no.
Buys them a drink. And it's kind of like lot lizard out my back room, you know. So, you know, I'm like, I want to get rid of this pool table. It doesn't do nothing anyway, blah, blah, blah. So 3 weeks in a row, oops. It's conned its way into getting Jaeger bombs and all this other shit. So this brought me back. I told the story. I said, this, it's crazy, you know. This person's batshit crazy. And they're like, why? I said, well, one, it thinks its son is the Messiah. And two, its dad thinks it's an alien. I said, back when we had Rebel Radio, Chris had on Tuesdays Paranormal. I said, and I produced
And I
the
know
show.
exactly who you're talking
And-
about as soon
and
as you
this
said
dude-
that.
This dude's name on the Paranormal show when he went on
DD?
there, he was was his alien name. but he actually got abducted by aliens. So he says, and he is an alien. He has an alien name, and his whatever it is psychic, and convinced its son that it's the Messiah.
You're missing an A.
Chambers.
It's psychotic.
Yeah.
Not psychic.
And it's
No.
And I remember
okay.
producing the show. And you remember our old studio? We had the booth with the window and shit. And
No,
I'm just sitting there going, like, get your jaw up. Like, this dude's dead serious. Like, yeah, it's one thing for Bill to say, "Are you pissed with me?" And you're like, "Yeah," but this dude's serious. You're kind of like, I don't know what to do about the situation.
Wow.
Am I right?
Yeah. And he's sitting there telling us a story. What? Remember his alien name was something.
I don't want to say it on the air because
Do you
people will
remember
actually
it,
find
though?
it. Yes, I can. I remember
If
it.
you
off
say
the air,
it
I
3
need
times,
to
they
remember
show
it.
up. So don't say it 3 times.
But all I know is he seriously was dead, wasn't he? It
Yeah.
wasn't a joke. He was
No,
telling us seriously.
And when somebody called in
yes, I seriously say that.
and said,
And
"Hi,"
he answered it scientifically.
he's like, "Hi, I've been abducted by aliens, and when I was abducted, they probed me anally, and
I climaxed. Is that normal?
it's like I got an erection when they inserted the probe. Is that normal?"
I'll hang up and listen to your answer.
And he just straight up went,
I
"Yo."
would have checked out the minute that thing hung
He
up.
did.
So-
He did.
I did. It was over. He told me, he messaged me on Facebook. He says,
Jeez.
I'm going to ask you a question. I said, what are you going to ask? He said, just try. I'm going to ask, oh, shit. So I put him through on the call. He did that.
And like,
And
then
I'm dying.
And the guy just straight up without cracking a smile, whatever, just was
Straight
like,
up.
Like, well, that is an erogenous zone on males, and it's quite normal for when something happens like that you will have a bodily reflex. No, that doesn't make you gay. That doesn't make you anything.
We're
other
like,
just-
really? It's like when I asked Miss Sheward why there's always room for Jell-O in home ec, and she gave me a real answer. I was like, no, I didn't. I wanted you to be stupid. Like, no, man. This dude, without cracking a smile, like,
No.
literally. And
Giving
I
you an
think
answer.
even old dude, my buddy who called in, he's kind of pissed off. He's like, well, I wasn't expecting that. Like, I was hoping to screw him over.
And during
Probably
the
used
break,
to it.
during the break, the guy looked at me and goes, and I said, "Well, I'm sorry about that." And he goes, "Oh, well, I hope the guy gets help."
yeah, because that guy needed help. And then we had his daughter come in later that evening, and she come and hung out with him, and it got really even more weird from there. But the night we had 3 psychics in there, that was creepy.
scared. You got scared out of the DJ, out of the
yeah,
producer
because they really did. Because I don't believe in that shit. But this girl started bringing up some shit I didn't want known. And I said, stop. I ain't gay or nothing like it, but it's something with me.
You fuck one goat, you're
labeled for life,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Right. Yeah.
And I said, okay, I'm done. That girl I believe, but the other 2 I
Was
think
a
were
witch?
just like weird. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Burn her! Oh, sorry.
She'll still message me every now and again, like, I've been thinking about you. Like, stop thinking about me! It's no wonder I got a rash. Fuck!
Steph, this one's for you! Somebody's on the phone for you!
Pull that pin out of the doll.
No,
but
shit.
what was funny
That's why I
is,
got a bad back, small dick, and small knee.
but that night was everybody because they had a Ouija board in the.
dude.
I was
No.
out of the booth for most of the
Nope.
night.
Yeah, he was like.
We had candles lit,
You
and
lost
they were
me a
doing
Ouija
some
board.
incense
But what's
shit.
funny is, like,
what did she
because-
burn? Like rosemary and something?
and sage.
Sage.
She actually
It
went
was
through
messed
and
up,
sage
dude.
then cleansed the
She
area.
cleansed
This
the
is
area?
before
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had it was when it was still wide open. It was just the corner one, so it was like they were all out there doing. I'm like, what? She had an eagle's feather and shit. I'm like, what?
She's over there going.
We're
like,
just doing this for fun. Like, this got really real. I want to go home.
Then my wife shows up, like coming in the front door while we're in the way back, and she starts playing the "mommy" thing on her thing.
Freaked me out.
So it's like wafting through the thing over the top.
It was
and
the creepiest shit. Like, Heather found this recording, like in The Shining or something. I don't know. It was.
he was
It
like,
was
"What was that?" Like it came across the radio, like you could hear it. And
Yeah.
he's like, "What was that? What is that?" And like you can hear it just wafting
Heather
through the
thought
thing.
that was really funny.
And he was
I
like,
bet.
"Screw this, guys!" And like got like left. And you hear her going,
Bitch.
Awesome.
It was. It was like, mommy. It was coming through the wall and shit.
Yeah, 'cause-
and
yeah.
after all that sage and the incense and the eagle's feathers and bitches reading my shit, I was like, what the hell? They just summoned a demon from hell. and who, like, I'm sorry. If you roll at me as a ghost, Brenner or Pat or Bill, I ain't going to be scared. But little dolls and little kids freak the fuck out of me, man. They come at me as an apparition. I don't know, like, because when we were kids, dolls didn't play. Like, they killed you. We had Chucky and Leprechaun and shit like that.
Dude, Leprechaun.
Yeah, right?
That ball
Jennifer
coming
Aniston
bouncing
was
down
hot,
the
but
stairs.
Leprechaun was a little badass, you know? And Chucky was a mean little bastard. But, you know, they didn't grow up in our age. You know, they think that shit's funny. And that ain't funny, man, because them little bastards scare you.
That's it.
You're a dick. You're a dick.
That's the exact same one.
Is that not creepy as shit?
Dude, that's weird.
Now, we had a PA in our ceiling.
If nobody had called you, I'd have probably shit my laundry right here if nobody had pointed it out.
I mounted speakers above the ceiling tile in Rebel Radio, and it was all...
Well, no, she just walked in and played it, and because of the way
it was loud.
Because of the way the acoustics of that building, it just wafted through the entire building.
I could have swore we opened the third dimension from hell. It was like I've seen Howard the Duck.
It gets
Howard the Duck.
It gets real quiet. It's like.
I'd rather seen Jason and a little girl going. Like,
just remember, I know where you live. I'm going to put that on the outside of your window tonight.
Dude, that's creepy as shit. That reminds me, I need to.
You're talking about like leprechauns. I'm over here going like, you only got away because my powers are weak.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, dude, you should rail Jennifer Aniston before she gets famous, because that was before Friends. Like, she had no self-esteem, right?
Right.
Like, that little midget could have got some. I'm just saying, man.
Just saying.
Unfortunately, we're getting to the end of the night. We do have to play our ads before we leave.
Gotta pay the bills.
We gotta pay the bills. This is the Man Cave.
Before we get off, though, coming up soon, though, we are going to be live at the Point Tavern.
Yeah, buddy.
We're going to set a date here soon. So as soon as we get that date, Topher or Stafford or one
Come
of us will
and
put it
see
off,
us.
and we can do it live. We're going to have a live studio audience, so that ought to be fun. We'll
Only if you can tell me how those fries are done.
I don't
Dude.
know.
Medium
Bo
well.
has a Bible that I'm not even allowed to read. I grabbed it one day when she was talking, and I was like, this dude walked up, and I grabbed it to act like we weren't talking, you know, because she was talking about old dude. And she's
You
like,
must not read from the
I'm
book!
like, dude, I was just pretty much that's what it was, Pat.
You cannot read from the book.
Those fries are money, though.
So, but anyway,
He who has
Well-
the conch can speak.
we'll hit you with that date. But
Are they
other than
like
that,
gravy fries with
I'm
cheese?
Pat. That's Bill. Thanks for Dustin stopping by from the
Right.
Point Tavern.
And
Mr.
remember,
Brenner.
Mr. Brenner, and remember, if you are interested in the craft beer stuff, go to IndianaOnTap.com. Go to the membership section. Go down. The coupon code is Chambers10. You can get $10 off your membership, and it's amazing. We drank way too much alcohol for not enough money.
Trust me.
Oh yeah,
He works his magic.
So
No teeth.
check that out.
No teeth.
This is the Man Cave. Same bat time, same bat channel. See you next week.
Bye.